Great.
Was that on audio?
I hope so.
I think we just missed it, folks. the excitement of what happens prior to our streams. Welcome, everybody, to Storm King's Thunder. This is episode number 92 tonight, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening. We're so glad that you're here hanging out with us. We do have a few shout-outs that we want to throw out there really quick. I want to give a quick thank you to Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, and Little Dragon Corp for all of their support of this channel. Little Dragon Corp has some great dice and RPG gear that you can go ahead and pick up at their website. If you type in !Little Dragon in the chat, you will get a quick link to their site where you can order some of these cool things. And if you type in the coupon code BONUS during checkout, you will get a 10% off discount from your order. So it's pretty cool just for hanging out with us. It looks like Blitz Graybeard got it in the chat for us already. So we are set. We are missing a Callista. Christy is running a little late, so she will be here hopefully soon, and she will be jumping in as soon as she's able. So, other quick announcements. Tomb of Annihilation, Matthew, has wrapped up.
That is correct. We finished up our last, I guess I'll call it our epilogue and Q&A episode last week. So our Monday night family is taking a well-deserved week off this week, so we will not be streaming anything on the 14th. But then there is something new coming.
Dun dun dun!
A new stream that we have titled We Met in a Tavern. And our first episode will be starting on the 21st.
Dun dun dun!
Haven't given the party much to go on except for where we are starting, so I'll share that with our viewers out there as well. We're going to be starting off out in the Moonshay Isles.
Ooh.
So we have a lot of interesting character concepts already from our players. We're working on our intro video, getting everything ready to go, so should be a good time. It's going to be interesting. This is not a... It takes place in Faerun, but it is not a printed module. So this is all coming from the black, warped, twisted cavity cradled between my ears.
I was afraid of where that was going.
Yeah. I'm still afraid of where it's going.
Terrified.
You will be.
Well, with that, everybody, stay tuned, because that's going to be pretty exciting. We Met in a Tavern starts on Monday the 21st. So we will try to have some advertising slides going out on Twitter and our other social media outlets, so you guys can keep up and keep posted on that. Curse of Strahd.
We should have those start going out beginning of next week, I think, as soon as... I can't fix one render till the other one stops, and for those of you who have ever used rendering software, it sucks. My computer is still bogged running it as we speak, so...
Got it. Curse of Strahd. Are we going to have a stream this week for Curse of Strahd?
We're gonna have a spooky... As if Strahd wasn't spooky enough, we're gonna have a spooky one-shot.
I was going to say, isn't every Strahd a spooky one-shot?
Is spooky like normal in their world? Like people with,
On Sunday, because it's Canadian Thanksgiving this week, so not everyone can make it, and we got some prior engagements, so we're gonna try to do a one-shot.
Very cool. Yeah, like a spooky one-shot during Strahd is kind of like a week break.
Yeah,
it's kind of like,
yeah.
it's like, oh, ghosts.
It sounds pretty cool. It's based on Tasha. Tasha Citadel Laughter.
Oh.
It's based on her being a jester, and it's actually a pretty cool written one. So
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so it'll be cool.
That sounds really interesting. Very cool. Yeah, so make sure you check out our schedule. Our streaming schedule is up on our Twitch screen when we are not streaming, and it's also underneath the video down there. I believe it's to your left on the screen, so you can check out that schedule and tune in, because we got something going on usually every night here at Proficiency Bonus. If you haven't followed the channel, make sure you follow. If you'd like to support us and subscribe, you can do that as well up top. And don't forget to check out all the previous episodes of all our campaigns on YouTube and subscribe to us there as well. So we're going to go ahead and dive in tonight. A little bit of a recap from last week. Molfin and Diana and Lachlan were able to retrieve Diana's mother from Daggerford, they come to find out that Diana's mother was being kind of escorted, guarded by some individuals of the Lord's Alliance. And Molfin he was able to get her out of there and teleported back to their homestead a couple miles north of Waterdeep. They did some dabbling into the Underdark to Skullport and explored and met with Taz, their friend from Skullport. And there they purchased a green guard drake egg, in which they have in their possession.
That's right.
One thing I forgot to mention initially during the teleport is Molfin was temporarily taken over by another soul, which started speaking about Balgrok, that he needed to come for the wizard that has them in Daggerford, and then he needed to slay this wizard and take the army for himself. So that started to get the hamster spinning in the wheel in Molfin's mind as things were going forward. So this really bothered Molfin, and he continued to search for information about this. What other really important elements? I think there was a lot of... We did some shopping. You guys were getting...
We made a makeup shirt.
Yeah, you made a makeup shirt that everybody had to wear whenever they were getting into an argument.
Molfin threatened Delphin.
Molfin did threaten Delphin. That's true. And Delphin
dreams of Callista reaching out to its darkness. If she ever sees the one that dances under the moonlight, reach for her.
Oh yes, the reference to Kalal's visions when Molfin and Ashlyn visited the tavern. I think it was the Flagon and the Dragon, or the Dragon and the Flagon. I always get them mixed up.
Sounds about right, yeah.
As they visited there, they spoke to the Half-Drow, that was the proprietor of that tavern, and got some information to deliver to Callista about...
That's actually a good point. While there, Molfin also telepathically provided Ashlyn with exactly what his plan was.
True. They had a telepathic heart-to-heart. Molfin unleashed the plan to Ashlyn. So Ashlyn is now aware 100% of what dear old Uncle Molfin is scheming. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. If you would like to have the detail on that, go back and watch episode 91 of Storm King's Thunder on our YouTube channel and subscribe while you're there. Why not? So the story is told, folks.
Also, Callista and Diana had a talk about their relationship.
Yeah, they did. They had a very deep conversation about their current relationship. Callista informed Diana that she, in previous episodes, informed her that she had loved her, and that she also is in love with a few others, too. And it seemed like Diana was having a hard time processing this information and was okay with it, just didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah, it's just new.
It's just new.
Yeah.
It's just different for Diana. So, yeah, they had a really a decent heart-to-heart here at the farm homestead that they had purchased. And now I believe the party is in the midst of trying to figure out where they're going from here, because they contacted their Silver Dragon friend, Clarion, who said that the Lord's Alliance is not going to back them up. So they're kind of on their own. And
I think we decided that we were going to Clarion's fortress via Callistaport, because we have concerns where Clarion said that they wanted the primordial.
yeah, Clarion mentioned that Queen Dagnabbit of Mithril Hall is interested in the iron flask that contains the ancient fire primordial. His message was cut short because obviously it can only say so much, so you're not really 100% sure or don't have too much other information other than that. Hey, Winston Pope and Paisy 160, welcome. We're so glad that you guys are here tonight. Oh yeah.
I'm just going to give Paisy a quick shout out that the Flagon and Dragon and the Dragon and Flagon are competitors and they're across the street from each other.
That's it.
We hate each other. That has to be canon.
Cheesesteaks or
Yeah, totally canon. Yes. Totally. Hey, thanks for the bits, Winston Pope. Yeah, the Flagon and the Dragon and the Dragon and the Flagon are the McDonald's and Burger King of our shadow of our shadowy escape there and underneath the water deep there. So the story is told, adventurers. The adventure is yours.
Alright, I guess.
So, are we going to Clarion's now, or?
Huzzah.
Should we, like, check on her house?
Like,
We checked on her house already. Alright.
We're at the house.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I mean, the house looks great. Your mom is here, Diana, and she's gonna look after the dragon that we're gonna just keep in the egg that we're just gonna keep in the pot.
Well, I believe.
Yeah, I feel like Mother looking after the dragon is as simple as just being like, all right, keep it next to the fire, don't let the fire go out.
Drake. Yeah, Drake. Yeah. Cool.
She
Can I run up to my room?
She,
Are our rooms done yet?
she strangely looks at you, Diana, your mother, and she's like, what if it starts to hatch?
You have to sit on it.
Do we have
Sit on
sending
it.
I am not
Do we
sitting
have more
on
sending
that.
stones?
It's just, I don't know what to do if it hatches.
We should get another set of sending stones.
Maybe
We really should.
she looks at you and smirks a little bit, Diana. Maybe I can convince Gum Gum to sit on it.
No.
I'm
Dolphin starts
joking.
to
I'm
laugh.
joking. I'm joking. I just, I've had my limit.
That is another
you know
thing
what?
that happened.
Molphin will look at Diana's mother and say, "You won't anymore. She has been advised
Oh yeah, she
to
knows.
follow your instructions without
That's
question."
right. She's under your Gaius spell for 30
Does Diana
days.
know that? Yeah,
30
was Diana
days,
there?
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember.
I
Diana was
think-
like, it's the
I
wrong.
think I waited till everyone walked out. I don't know if anyone noticed.
I think
or
we
not.
were walking through the tree when you were gonna do it,
Yeah,
or
you-
walking
yeah.
up to the
You
tree.
guys, you guys wanted to go to
Oh, that's
visit
right.
Clarion.
That's right.
Oh,
So-
yeah. This all happens, and we can't even be
Yeah,
talking to her. She
yeah.
has no idea that
Yeah.
she has the perfect little soldier there.
Yeah. She would have asked this before you guys had left.
Yeah,
And,
fair enough.
Okay,
Well-
before we left, I would have told her. Did what is it? Did
Is Ronald
Daz,
Yeah.
Nat, whatever her name was, did she tell us anything about what to do when it hatches,
Don't think you
or when it will
I
hatch?
don't think you guys ever asked.
We never asked.
Oh no.
She did say, I do remember her saying it can take months.
Hey, I
Okay.
got
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've
She
got
did tell you it could
Volo's
take
book
months.
of something. I can probably look it up in my book.
Okay. We'll
got-
just.
So
Let
unless we all
Mother
die,
know.
it's gonna be fine.
Volo's
gonna
Guide
take
to
a long
Monsters.
time.
Doesn't Ashlyn have the Volo's Guide to
Yes, I
Monsters?
do. Volo's Guide to
So, yeah.
Monsters.
It does.
I can look it up.
Okay.
I'm not
In theory.
I'm not 100% sure it's in there, but we'll have to see.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't
I'll have
remember.
to look that up. Oops, I just minimized.
Then yes, we'll just let Mother know that it'll take months for it to hatch, so she should be fine.
All right, so you guys had Callista had cast her. It is a spell, right? It's not an ability. It's still a spell, right? So she had.
It's a high level. It's a 6th level spell.
6th level spell. So she had cast her spell, and you guys had walked through the tree, and you appear at that same tree that you came through before at the base of the hills around Clarion's area. You still have to walk a little bit to his citadel, but you guys come out into the freezing cold temperatures of the north once again. Even though the springtime has started to really settle in down by Waterdeep, there is still a little bit of snow on the ground here. As
Yeah.
this place up here, it doesn't ever really stop being winter up here in the Icewind Dale area. And you guys make your journey back to the base of Clarion's Citadel. What time was it? Do you guys remember what time it was when you guys did all this? Was it like early evening?
It was first thing in the. No, it was first thing.
No, it was first thing in the
'cause,
morning.
You guys took a long rest.
Ashlyn and I had just gotten back from
Right, yeah. So you,
Oh,
So it was probably like just before noon. I'm
yeah,
thinking.
I would say, yeah, just before noon, because you had to travel back to the house. Yeah, so I'd say probably right before lunch you traveled through. So it's actually very bright here today, and the snow, it's making it hard to see because the sun is kind of reflecting off the snow a lot, and it's making you guys squint as you make your way up to the Citadel. And you see the Citadel sitting there upon the hill that you remember it. It's still kind of crumpled from the whole conflict that happened between him and Cruella the Black, which probably wasn't too
Dark
long
time.
ago, but it feels like ages
Yeah.
ago.
Last
but
week.
You guys approach. What would you like to do?
Well, do we have any idea how long it will take him to get here? And please, someone remind me the next time we're going to come here to put pants on under this robe. It is rather drafty.
I'll
Why
throw
don't you wear
Wolf in my
pants?
winter clothes so that way he can, I don't know, be warm. I'll have a giant elven-sized
Hold up
cloak
the pair of
around
pants
him.
up around
The
his
pants
eyes.
go up to his face.
I was thinking more about the cloak, not so much the pants.
Did Clarion have guests last time?
Yes.
But they were Enclave,
The
right?
druids,
yeah.
Yeah.
Druids from the Emerald
Yeah.
Enclave were there
Okay.
to do their best to help him out, which they were, they were just kind of camping out, and they had left. So it doesn't appear like
Okay.
it seems cold. It seems quiet. There is a
I have a
nat-
bad feeling about this.
I mean, you're at the base of the mountains, so there's a lot of breeze going on here. The wind is almost constantly blowing here, and it is just cold, bitter wind.
Yeah, I'll just go in,
Yep.
go up and go in.
Yeah.
Sit on his couch, have a drink.
You guys make your way in. It really, I mean, it looks almost exactly like when you guys left. There are still like the little fire pits that were set up in what used to be his museum treasure room that is still kind of in shambles after a lot of the demolition had taken place.
As we start getting near the entrance,
Mhm.
Dolphin is actually going to take the time to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And just as we're walking around, keeping sort of an eye twist on the looking for anything basically flask shaped that jumps out,
Flask.
if it
shape.
does.
Okay.
Looking
have to
looking
hide it
specifically for the flask of the primordial.
Mm-hmm.
We know that he hid it somewhere.
It
But
would
if
be
Molten
like
can
in
see it
a
in sort
pocket
of high-
dimension.
We don't
Like
know where
a
he put it, so
bag.
Molten's just looking in case it's out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's like, if it's hidden in some artwork and it's a little statue with a guy holding a flask like this,
That's
Right.
slick, yeah.
Nice.
like to think he's smarter than that, but he is a dragon, so
Something
How
with liquor cabinet.
how extensive of a search are you doing? Are you gonna go through the entire Citadel with this spell on? I mean, what exactly are you doing?
No, basically I'm going to stick with the group.
Uh-huh.
So if we're heading to, I'm assuming Callista's leading us, this is more her. Well, who's ever in point, Molfen is just following the group. But as we're going, oh, okay, there's stuff over here. I'll take a couple of steps this way. Okay, I'll take a couple of steps over this way. So looking around the rooms that we're in, but not really going elsewhere.
Okay. Yeah, following the group, which way would you be leading them, Callista? Would you just... is there any place in particular in the Citadel you wanted to go? Or are you just going to that part where you camped out before?
Yeah, probably in the main hall where Clarion was resting when we first found him with the Enclave.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys go basically down the hall to his large museum treasure chamber. And you
Yeah.
make your way in there. You don't get any pings of magical essence,
Okay.
Molfen, going in these areas. So I think Detect Magic is 30 feet range,
Yep.
or 6,
Yeah.
30, yeah. Yeah, you don't get,
30th.
you wouldn't get any magical pings or essence from that
Okay.
headed there. But you guys are free to do a little RP, or we can fast forward to when Clarion arrives. I will allow you guys to decide.
Well, Molfen ends up is looking for a couple of moments to sort of sit down away from the party a little bit.
Okay.
He pulls out his spell book.
your spell book, or did you bring the giant's massive spell
No,
book?
I'm assuming that the giant spell book is still at the house. I don't think Lachlan would have hauled that through the tree.
Hey, Lachlan, can you help me with this? From now on, I'm taking this everywhere I go.
Now, logic would say that's put somewhere in the house with Ryald's instructions to just keep an eye on it.
Oh yeah, he will do that gladly as he stares at the staff of power.
Molfin's going to look a little bit, and then once he's got a little ways away, he's going to pull out of his pocket a small piece of copper wire and start sort of twisting it in circles and cast Sending.
Okay.
And you know who the Sending is being sent to.
I do. What would you like to say?
No.
Obviously, you know who this is. I believe it's time we have a parley. You have a vested interest in me finding what I'm seeking, and I bet you know where it is. Or have a lead.
Do we hear this out loud?
I'm assuming so. This is, if anyone's listening, Molfin's trying to sort of step away from people. So
yeah, you walked away from the group, so everybody else can make a perception check.
Okay.
I would not be watching. I'm going to like find a bottle of wine to crack open. Like,
I mean, my passive perception is 23.
I'm pretty sure you would have heard this. Yes.
She's that's with the 27.
Whoa.
Yeah, so Molfin managed to hide it from Lachlan.
Lachlan just seemed to not care.
Wow.
Looking for like leftovers.
All of the girls in the party are like, see your sins.
Those ears. What did you say?
It's our elven ears.
I was about to say, it's a bloody elf ears, man.
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, you guys all hear every word.
So.
And then you just sort of see his Molfin sitting there, hand sort of on his forehead, just waiting for some sort of a response.
Tell him we heard him?
Molfin, you, after a moment passes, you hear the familiar voice of Dorn in your mind.
Not who I was expecting.
That's who I guessed.
Yeah.
And
I did not guess that.
begins to speak to you.
Oh my god.
And he says, yes. The parley is in order. The object you seek, I'm still looking for. But I believe it can be discovered once the Sword of Kas has been relocated. I have a hunch. A hunch for something big. And then that's all you hear.
Would Molfin know anything about the sword he mentioned?
Would Molfin know anything about the sword?
Would I have read anything at any of the books in the libraries or anything like that?
This is something that wouldn't be in a library.
Ooh. Who is Kas? Why does he have the sword? What does it do?
Go ahead and make a history check with disadvantage, Molfin.
Oh.
I'll allow you to go ahead and make the
Okay.
roll. We'll let the dice tell the story. I don't like to manipulate this.
So, now,
Uh-oh.
is this considered a magical item?
Absolutely magical.
So that would be a straight check then.
All right.
I have advantage on. Let's go history. Don't fail me today.
Holy shit. What the
Oh my god, you had disadvantage, so you can choose between a 31 and a 32.
Oh my god. That book that Diana's high priest
that I have.
gave Callista. Did you look at that book, Molfin? Did you look over Callista's shoulder?
Where I technically am unable to do so.
Maybe when she
If
was
I'm
sitting
sitting,
down.
I'm sitting down on the grass,
I'm like under the armpit, like.
Yeah.
That book did contain some information about an individual named Kas. Basically, this individual, a long time ago, was Vecna's bodyguard. And this individual was so trusted by Vecna that Vecna decided to arm this individual with a special magical longsword called the Sword of Kas that had immense magical power. That sword
Dang.
ultimately was the demise of Vecna, because when Kas turned on Vecna, that's what severed the hand and gouged out the eye of Vecna. So the sword itself was what destroyed Vecna many moons ago and brought his demise. And the rumor has it that when Vecna was destroyed, there was a massive magical arcane explosion that erupted, and both Kas and Vecna were destroyed, and their fortresses were cast out into a different plane of existence. That book mentions possibly the Shadowfell.
Bloody hell. Just because I realized it, why not make the numbers even worse? I can add double my proficiency bonus, so that would actually be a 35.
Wow.
Oh.
Which is why I gave you so much information about the history. Because I don't even think the dungeon master can roll that high. I don't think I have capabilities of that.
Molfin's just going to sort of plop down on the ground and just, oh, wonderful.
Molfin, who are you talking to? Right? Are we asking Ashlyn, are we asking him, or did we want to just leave him be?
I don't know. I've got Elton John playing in the background in my house, so I'm cool. What are you listening to? Molfin? Should we ask Molfin who you're talking to? Can everyone hear the Elton John belting through my house?
This
Not
Sir,
at all.
who's this Sir Elton John? He must be some kind of king from somewhere.
Is he from the Lord of the
sorry.
Lions?
Yeah, he's the Lord of Lions tonight. Yeah.
Okay. So
That is, you guys are totally
Lords
gonna
Alliance.
run into a Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton John.
So, a bard. So we should go up to, I guess me and Diana and Callista are all looking eagerly at Molfin, like...
Like, what's the tea? What's the tea, sis?
Hey.
Callista not as eagerly, just watching.
Hey.
Well,
Girl time?
Who are you talking to?
I suppose I'll call him an old friend. Looking for information about other arcane artifacts.
That's exciting. And
What
by
kind?
arcane, you mean damned and evil, right?
Are these artifacts that are gonna, like, help us in our quest to end the giant?
Well,
Probably damned and
potentially.
evil.
Okay.
No, I cannot find what I am seeking until we find a sword belonging to a warrior by the name of Kaz.
Ah.
Does Callista know that name since I have the book?
Yes, you've read the book as well.
Does Diana know that name since you were supposed to share it? No, I'm kidding.
You were supposed to read it
You
with
guys-
me. I don't know if you actually
You
did.
guys were
Yeah,
right.
I never said explicitly that I did, so you know what? Diana might have just not been at that class.
You guys are not 100% sure how much time it will take Clarion to get here, because you guys basically teleported and boom, you were here. He has to fly.
Yes. So
So,
yeah, it's gonna probably take him at least 2 to 3 days to get here.
You know what? That's how I'm gonna
if you
read the
would-
book.
If you would
Oh,
like
yeah.
to share that information with the whole party, you guys can.
I'll pull out the book.
Then you guys can go over that
Flip to
information
the
because
chapter.
you got some
Yeah.
time. Yeah, if you go through
Can I
it.
just say that I will read this entire book in 2 days when we wait for Clarion.
You're gonna try to read as much as you can.
Yes,
I will look at the pictures and try to decipher words. Big words.
Does it have pictures of the Sword of Kaz? Does it have pictures of?
It does not contain a picture.
Okay.
Oh no, then I'm lost.
The individuals who wrote this book have never seen it. They don't know what it looks like. It's been lost. They can say that it's been lost ever since that massive explosion sent their fortresses into the Shadowfell.
Okay.
So no one has recovered it. So there's obviously there could be more information elsewhere that could help you lead you there, but it's not contained within this tome.
Right.
So the fortress in the Shadowfell had the Sword of Kaz and it exploded, so we got to go find it. Great.
Essentially.
Yes, and once we have that, then I will be able to find the last item I seek.
What item is that?
Item he's been seeking this whole time.
I love how she slowly pulled the cup up to her mouth with the straws, like waiting for her answer.
Diana, what I seek will allow me to see everything with a new clarity.
Okay. Who were you talking to, though? Oh, wait, you said an old friend. Never mind, you already answered that question.
Yes, I did. It is an old friend of mine.
Vaguely. Very vaguely, might I add.
Diana would like to know, but as the player, I'm not gonna god thing. Anyway.
Is it a friend we know?
Yes.
Guess who? Does he have brown hair? No.
Yeah.
Are we playing Guess Who?
Yeah.
Does he wear glasses?
Are we also going to play
Diana
Connect 4 while we're at it?
Flicking down these little things.
And meanwhile, Molford is sitting here going, dear God, I have no recollection of what this person looks like.
This is
At that point, Molfin, you receive a message. You hear in your mind Dorn's voice again. I am so glad we finally have peace, Molfin. I do have one more bit of information that I'm just too excited not to share. I think I have reason to believe the item that you seek is not the only piece out there remaining.
Oh, shit.
I think there are others.
duh, except when he has two eyes.
And then that's all you hear.
Is this another Michael homebrew shit?
Are there two eyes of Neptune? Because everyone needs two eyes to see. Unless you're a Cyclops.
You all just sort of watch as Molfin, the message is coming through, and you just hands up and looks up.
Yes?
I'm rather in the middle of something at the moment, but I will contact you within the next 2 days to arrange a time for us to meet and speak. Well,
I think he would have to cast message again to respond.
yeah, you would.
So you don't get a response.
Well, just sort of, well, that is certainly interesting.
What?
And it is possible that what I have been seeking is not the only artifact remaining.
The Wand of Orcus?
No, the Eye of
No,
Vecna.
The other artifact?
So there's more eyes of Vecna?
or more
That's what I thought.
body parts.
Did they just like cut
Vecna's
Vecna up
balls.
into little pieces?
Does this book indicate more than what we've know?
This book does not. Basically, it
Okay.
ends. It's not real detailed on the death of Vecna, other than the sword was used to destroy him. It does not say anything about, like, being cut into pieces or anything like that. It just says he was destroyed. There was this massive arcane explosion that threw these fortresses into the Shadowfell.
Wow. Wow,
Vec-
Sarah.
Vecna,
We are all just furiously typing theories about what body parts of Vecna we're looking for.
I think
I have found the left butt cheek of Vecna. It allows you to cast Stinking Cloud at will.
Oh my god.
That was a great reference, though, Sarah. Holy shit.
In a 60-foot radius centered on you. So you're automatically
With
in
an
it.
echoing sound.
I would like to find Vecna's man part. No, I'm kidding.
Anyway, so who are you talking to? I don't know any of your old friends.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know, some guy from like before, like the wizardy school, the library.
Let us just say that you would probably be happier not knowing.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay. That's who I can assume.
Sorry, Twitch. I don't mean to take you to Skullport. Oh, there it is. I want to restore Clarion's Citadel image and take everybody to Clarion's Citadel for the image. If I can find it. Here you go, roll 20. Thank you, roll 20.
All I say, Diana, is it is done from a place of caring and wanting to spare you.
I understand. I know better than to doubt anyone's motives at this point. Their means, maybe, but their motives, absolutely not. I trust you 100%, Wolfen, in where your heart is placed.
From the kitchen. Wow.
And I trust most of your means. I'm sorry, this is coming out all wrong. I'm saying do what you do. Religious freedom-ish.
Can you guys all see the Citadel image?
No.
You
Nope.
can't?
It's all
Black
white.
screen.
It's all white.
Blank.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's snowing.
Grumble,
Like I
grumble,
don't have-
grumble, grumble, grumble. That's weird. It's like I have.
Yeah, because it's not even like darkness. It's, you know.
Yeah, it's just like a gray slate.
Yeah, it's a blank screen.
Why?
Gray screen.
That's weird.
Is it?
Is it a layer thing or like?
Yeah, it might be a layer or show to all players
Maybe I
thing.
put
I'm
it
not
on the
sure.
wrong. Let me see. Maybe I put it in the GM layer. Why did I put... Let's move it to the map layer. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
nice.
had it on the GM layer.
There
What?
it is.
Oh.
What?
Oh, I was like 9 miles over to the right.
Where's the tree?
See these down at the base of the painting? Down here in the bottom right? You guys came out in these trees and then had to kind of scurry up the top.
Walk up the hill.
Walk up the hill.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a hike. It's probably only like a half hour at most.
Yeah.
Ah, that's fine. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, for you long-legged elves.
I walk
Yeah.
beside the
You're
map.
killing me.
All right. So, yeah, you guys are here. If any other role play that you guys would like to do, by all means, you guys have the opportunity, or we could skip ahead a little bit. Whatever you guys want to do.
I kind of want to do something.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to scry on Dorn.
Well, you don't know it was Dorn.
Oh, wait, I don't. Well, Diana said that she could assume. You know what? Never mind. You're right. You're right. I don't know for
Press
sure.
open for information, which we can surely do.
By all means.
No, you're right. I wouldn't really know. I thought that I would from Wolfen saying that it's the, what was it, like the last person that I would want to know.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
No, you're right. I'm good. Never mind. Save that for another time.
Okay.
Do people know when you're scrying on them?
If they
If
have,
they make the save.
if
Yeah.
they make the save, or if they have see invisibility.
Oh.
That is actually a very valid thing to say.
Amulet.
I'm gonna burn and use my third eye and use see invisible.
You're welcome.
Items.
You don't see anything.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't know.
It's just it lasts until I take a long or short rest.
Wow.
Oh, it lasts
Okay.
that long? Really? Gosh.
Literally
Nice.
until incapacitated or you take a short or long rest.
So you
Well,
could,
Molfin's just
theory, go
invisibility
around
for
the Citadel by yourself and just walk
No, that
around.
is. Molfin is getting. Molfin is literally going to do that. Just
Okay.
stop every few minutes and cast it. As needed, cast detect magic, and I am going to spend the next couple of hours wandering the Citadel, trying to see if I can find that flask.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend the next couple hours trying to hide from Uncle Muffin.
I'm thinking
Hide and seek. Oh, he's cheating though.
Yes.
There are several places that you can hide within this massive citadel, Ashlyn.
Okay.
I will let you pick because you can pretty much any room that you'd imagine in a large castle that's furnished. There would be pieces of furniture everywhere. I mean, you have. It's up to you. Where would you like to hide?
I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna hide first, so he looks for me.
Okay.
First of all, otherwise he won't. And he still might not.
Well, it's like, okay, I have a plan. It's not a great plan, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay, let's play hide and seek. I'm gonna go hide, and you can have 10.
1,
I run.
2,
You hear footsteps,
3,
Molfin, going away from you.
4. Once I stop hearing them, I just stop counting and start casting detect magic.
Fair enough.
Molfin, I would say you take probably about 20 minutes or so. And you head up to what is the 3rd floor of the Citadel. And you stumble upon a rather large locked wooden door. Beyond it, which you have magical pings.
Is there... And of course, I did not prepare either of those spells. Of course I didn't.
Here we go
'Cause
again.
why would I have? Can I check and see if the door is trapped?
Sure, go ahead. Make a investigation check. Doesn't appear to be trapped. Just locked.
See, I'm trying to do this the least destructive way possible.
Fireball.
Fireball. That's it. The door goes explodes into the room.
Does this look like it's an internal or external room?
Well, you're in a hallway, kind of like inside hallway. It might go to the outside wall. You're not 100% sure.
Oh, bloody. Actually, let me see if I can do this. Let me see here and just...
Do you have thieves' tools?
I do, and I have proficiency with them. I'm just looking to see...
I think that
it
means
says
3.
prepared.
I believe.
So
I believe the magic that you're getting is, I guess, the best one probably is conjuration magic.
Okay. So, it says it had to be a prepared spell, so I can't do that, so I'm going to try to pick the lock.
Okay. You got thieves' tools on you?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay.
I've used them a couple of times. I don't think I've ever marked them down, but I know I've used it when we were in the when Lachlan got his hand stuck in the.
Oh yeah, remember that?
Oh yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, go ahead and make your thieves tools check. Yeah, you go in with your thieves tools. You fidget around a little bit. You hear that familiar click, and the door creaks open to the inside just slightly.
Okay.
Seems like the room is a little dark on the inside.
Okay. I'm not seeing any sort of like magic glyphs or anything on the floor from my detect magic.
Nope.
Okay, Molfin's gonna head in and start looking to see where that conjuration magic is coming from.
Okay, you walk into a large master bedroom.
Oh no, that's where I'm hiding.
Very large bed.
She is hiding in the master bedroom.
It's a very large bed, and it's one of those beds that has like, you know how there's beds that have the four legs go like all the way up high, and it's almost like it has its own like little roof at the top of it.
Yeah.
Little canopy.
Yeah, like
yep.
a canopy top.
Canopy.
It's one of those. All the furniture in here looks to be old, antique, and it looks to be well taken care of. And you notice in the corner there is a old wooden mannequin, a female wooden mannequin that is wearing a glamorous white wedding dress. The dress part goes from the waist, flares out all the way beyond her feet. And that magical conjuration magic is coming from underneath the dress. Brown chicken, brown cow.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I got you back.
Wow.
I got you back.
I guess I wouldn't have hidden it in Clarion's closet then.
I'm actually torn on this one. I should not know. Molfin is going to walk over and taking his staff out, picking up a little corner of his robe, like wiping off the bottom of the staff, trying to clean it off.
Okay.
And then very lightly sort of under the bottom front of the dress and just sort of lift it up a little bit to see where that bead of magic is coming from.
All of a sudden, the monster leaps out at you with his claws. No, I'm just joking. I just had to. No,
The dress is a mimic. It just like eats you with its legs.
The mimic wedding dress.
That'd be amazing.
That would be funny. Man, why don't I think of these things before it happens? So you lift it up, and underneath the dress, lying there on a pedestal, that the mannequin, there's just like underneath the dress, there's just like a metal rod. Like it's not actually like a mannequin all the way down. Like there's no legs to it. But underneath there, right next to the rod, there's a bag of holding sitting there. And that's where the ping of conjuration magic is coming from.
Yes, Molfin's gonna walk over to the bag of holding.
Okay. It's not far from you. Like you're just looking under the dress, and you can see the bag sitting right there.
Open the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Stick my hand in and think about the flask.
You feel and hear something hit you in the hand. And as you pull it out, you have the flask in your hand. It's warm sensation, familiar to you from the first time that you've held it.
Oh no.
Molfin's gonna back away, lower the dress back down, pull the chest out, summon his chest from the other plane, stick it inside, and then banish it back to the ethereal plane.
Okay. So
Leave back out the room, close the door, and can I use thieves' tools to relock a door?
Why not? Go ahead and make a roll. I don't know, really, but why not?
Seems reasonable.
Seems legit, you know?
Nope.
You think you got it locked.
Oh no.
Good enough.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
And then Molfen will now, however long that's taken, Molfen will now actually start looking around and seeing if he can find Ashlyn.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm not hiding in Clarion's closet, like I said, because apparently I couldn't get into the room. So I'm hiding in a guest bedroom under the bed.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone.
Sure. Yeah, there'd be
would find
a
me.
guest bedroom. Yeah.
Okay.
Hiding under the bed. What are the rest of you doing during this? Lachlan, anything in particular?
Just making myself comfortable.
Just getting comfortable? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Find a bottle of
I'm playing-
a 200-year-old wine and crack it open, you know?
Oh yeah. You're like digging around, you find some. Actually in this room there's like a couple like glass bottles laying on the ground and you pick up one, you pop it open, kind of sniff it a little bit. No, it doesn't smell too bad.
Oh, yeah. Seems legit.
Callista, Diana, anything in particular here?
I'm playing with the Griffins.
All right.
I was also going to be training and playing with the Griffins.
So I was just playing. I'm not training.
I'm training. She's playing.
Very cool. Ashlyn, Molfen, how long would you look before you gave up?
After dealing with everything up there, probably like hour or two.
Okay, make a stealth check, Ashlyn.
Okay. Let's see if I'm stealthy.
And Molfen, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh.
I think when you
Meet it beats it.
I think the way it works though on ability checks like that is that when contested rolls are contested, nothing changes? Is that the way that works?
I thought it was meets beats it.
Like
I think it's meets
good
it
enough.
beats it on like saving throws and attack rolls.
Okay.
But I think when you're like contesting something, I think it just means that the condition doesn't change, which would mean Ashlyn is still hidden, and Molfen eventually gives up.
Wouldn't like a 16 do the same thing as that though? Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
Let's see here.
I can't remember. I think there's a thing that says a condition.
If the contest results in a tie, the situation remains the same as it was before the
You're right.
contest.
Yeah.
Right?
Plus one
Wow.
contestant might win the contest by default. If two characters tie in such a contest, snatch a ring off the floor. Neither character grabs it.
Okay, so
Okay.
Molfen, Ashlyn, actually, you see Molfen's feet come into the room. He walks by, but strangely enough, he doesn't look under the bed. And he leaves the room. And eventually, Molfen, after an hour or so passes, you just give up. She's good.
I fall asleep under the bed.
But I go back downstairs, and I'm assuming at this point, I don't know if Callista and Diane are back. I'm assuming Lachlan's probably halfway through a bottle of wine.
Oh, yeah, he's just chilling. He's
Feet up on the,
Feet up.
you know.
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are all just kind of relaxing downstairs. And this room's big enough. They could
Can I
be
have
working
some of
with the
that, too?
Griffins inside. This room's enormous.
Oh, okay.
So,
Can I have a drink? I've given up on looking for Ashlyn.
You can't find Ashlyn?
I've been looking for her for the last couple of hours.
Can I go look for Ashlyn?
you may.
I'm gonna look for Ashlyn.
Go ahead and make a perception check as you're looking for Ashlyn.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Diane, after about 15 minutes of looking, you hear some snoring coming from a room. You slowly start to peek under a guest bed, and Ashlyn is just passed out underneath the bed in a layer of, it looks like a layer of dust on the floor.
Can I try my hardest to not disturb her and like pull her out and put her like on the bed?
Sure, it'd be difficult.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. Contested
Oh,
against
no.
Ashlyn's perception with disadvantage.
Oh no.
'Cause she's asleep.
15.
So a 15. Oh yeah.
Hey!
You're able to do so. You can get her out. She
Yay!
moves a little bit, and you set her down gently onto the bed. Cover her up, tuck her
I
in.
tuck her in. Yeah. I give her a kiss on the forehead.
And yeah, she rolls over and kind of pulls the blankets up real close and tight.
Oh.
She seems to have a nice smile on her face as she goes back to sleep. I'll
Should I
cuddle up.
pet her hair before leaving?
Hiccup.
Right after Diana walked out of the room, Wolfen will put out his little chest and summon the big one, open it up, and pull the flask out and show it to Callista.
Where did you find that?
In one of the rooms here. It was not hidden very well. Put it back in the chest and then banish it back to the ethereal plane.
All right, I'll message Clarion tomorrow about it.
So I decided when I was off looking, I'd poke around and see if it was just laying out and about, and my magical sensor picked up a reading.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
And one would assume if I could find it, anyone else could. Where it was not down in this room near us, it seemed a wiser choice to bring it with us.
Yeah, especially if Dag Nabbit is keen on getting it.
There's no way for her to get it now. Only way to obtain it is for me to willingly bring it back and hand it over, so...
All right. Good to know.
Often will take the drink from Lachlan and
Excellent. So I would probably say that the nightfall occurs. It gets, dark. Ashlyn stays in bed, sleeps extensively, nicely and comfortably in this bed. You guys all, I assuming, bed down for the night, taking a break.
Mhm.
If there's anything else,
Molfen is gonna take a watch, at least one watch. He's not
okay.
just gonna
Yeah.
I'll
pass
set
out
up.
for nothing.
I'll set up a fire in the hearth for the griffins to crawl up around, and we
Yeah.
can put our beds around that area.
Yeah, and if you remember right, in this area too, there is a giant hole in one corner of the ceiling. So it's not the warmest in here. So, and that kind of that cold air just kind of blows throughout the whole citadel. So it's not a warm place. So the fire would definitely help to keep you guys warm through the night.
Can I run around and see if I can grab some extra blankets?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can go
That
looting around the extra guest chambers and bedrooms and grab some blankets and bring them down. Yeah.
That hole in the ceiling, is there rubble on the floor next to it?
There is.
Molfen's just gonna sort of point and say, well, I feel rather guilty about rummaging through his home. Perhaps I can do something to make amends.
I mean, he is a dragon. How do you know that hole in the roof isn't for his dragon form to fly in through?
As Diana say that, Wolf is over there starting to I am literally using the rubble to fabricate
Your
and
garage door.
repair that corner.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I can do either a large or small object within a 10-foot cube or 8 connected 5-foot cubes.
Oh.
So it may take me a couple of castings. I can do it up to 3 times.
Okay. Yeah.
that would-
Honestly, it would probably take you 2 days of doing this. 3
Okay.
castings to fill. I mean, this hole's quite large. But you would probably 2 days of doing that. You could repair this room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clarion
I'm
is
often I'll
gonna
do the
be
3 for tonight.
Clarion's gonna be so pissed when he comes home and you went through his stuff and you and you took away his door.
Okay. So Molfen is working on it. That would only be about. The casting time is 10 minutes, and it happens instantaneously. So that'll only take you about 30 minutes to do that.
Yeah, so just
Do
a
that
little
work.
bit, a little bit of time before setting up the first watch.
Okay. Sure.
We're just trying to. like whichever way the wind is coming from. So if like it's a wind blowing to the east and the openings that way, I'll start buffering that up so we don't get as much wind.
Sure. Yeah, you can take watches here. I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Okay.
Things are quiet. Things are still. But you know, having a set of eyes out there wouldn't be a bad idea. So, as you guys are taking your watches through the night, you guys do get the benefits of a long rest. And Ashlyn, you awaken in a nice, comfortable guest bed. You don't remember how you got in here, but
Alright, get in here. Huh.
and the
Okay.
rest of you awaken as well by what seems to be a fire that's been put out and just smoldering ashes at this point.
Okay. I will run downstairs and say, Uncle Mulvin, you never found me. And
I spent 2 hours looking for you.
oh,
I assumed after that long you'd probably come down at some point, but then Diana went off to find you. And actually, Diana never told us whether or not she did find you.
oh.
Oh, I found her. I tucked her into bed.
Oh, that's how I ended up in bed. Okay. That was kind of concerning, actually. You should leave a note next time. But,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Because
I thought I'd be sweet. You know, like when you wake up as a kid, you fall asleep in the car, you wake up in bed.
But I woke up in bed and I'm like, how did I get here? So
Understandable. I'll.
now
Yeah.
I'm good. Now I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
What's for breakfast? Lachlan, what you cooking?
Hey, good looking. What you got cooking?
Molfin, your stomach is growling extensively.
Oh.
You guys can hear it all the way across the
I
room.
cast two good berry, like 2 castings of good berry.
All right.
Okay.
Callista produces those fantastic good berries that Molfin
Nom,
has
nom, nom,
quickly
nom, nom,
become
nom.
addicted to.
Yep.
1 casting just for Molfin, the other casting for the rest of us.
And just one good berry is like the sustenance for the rest of the day, correct? Like you don't have to
Yes.
eat the rest
Yep.
of the day. Yeah. So you guys are full for breakfast just from eating one of these rather large berries.
Soylent.
Yeah.
As Molfin puts a couple of them. Now, I have to ask this. Apparently, I have 7 magic fruit in my possession.
Oh yeah, from that tree from when you grew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are those still good?
Yeah, you think the magical nature of them makes them last longer.
Molfin's gonna pop one out and just start eating that too.
Okay.
Oh no.
Don't those things explode?
Don't I?
I have no idea. No, those were the eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I also have a banana from there.
That's,
Throw me a banana.
You have a banana from the
Garden.
You have a banana from heaven.
I thought
Oh,
you
I
already
already
ate
I
it.
pockets
Fruits
are
that I-
Oh, did I eat that? Okay.
Yeah, because you got the effects of not
Great
Hero's Feast, but the other one.
Yeah,
Heroism?
No, it was I think
Bless.
Aid or Bless.
Oh.
It was
something like
Bless.
that, yeah.
Okay. I can't remember.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat a dangerous fruit.
Oh. Roll a
But I guess
roll
I
a d8 for me.
Oh no.
Come on, open.
4.
4.
Oh,
Excellent. Let me look this up really quick.
Just rather have a magic fruit in my thing and say, hey, why not?
Yeah,
I gotta eat
why
a
not?
whole bunch anyway.
4. 1, 2, 3.
dancing monkey fruit. You start dancing. Uncontrolled.
Zoss, to be honest, I can't
roll,
even remember.
Roll a d4 for me, Molfin.
Again?
Yeah,
Sure.
I-
Oh, wait, that was a D8, now I roll a D4.
D4.
3.
Okay. You guys watch as Molfin finishes up this fruit. He shrinks to half of his size. And he is reduced for 3 hours.
Oh my god!
As this is the effect of the reduce
What?
spell.
You can put him on the griffin.
Can I pick up Molfin and put him on a griffin?
You sure can if Molfin allows you to pick him up.
Well,
Who are you
size
to
of a
stop
baby,
me,
does he have a lot
Molfin?
of
You're,
chances?
you're a foot tall.
You're like a-
There are
Hey.
toddlers taller than you.
I am a 1.5 feet.
Does his voice get tiny too?
Oh my god, is this voice good?
Do you have Bubbles' voice? Do Bubbles' voice.
Hey
Do
guys,
it.
I'm a foot and a half. Don't you be talking like that to me.
Yeah.
I pick Molten up and I put him on a griffin. I will contest this if I must.
I think at this point, Wolfen is just sort of like,
Defeated.
Well, I guess his strength doesn't change though, right?
It's the Molfen action figure. It's...
Oh
yeah. So
No.
my
Molfen.
weight is reduced by an 8, what is it, like 8 times or something like that? So
Oh,
I'm,
because of the geometric. Yeah.
yeah, I shrink, so I'm a foot and a half, but I only weigh, I think, at this point, probably like 10 or 12 pounds.
Wow. Anyways, I slap the griffin's butt and I tell it to fly.
No. Molfen, make a strength save.
He's probably good at those.
With the hand of Vecna, you grab a handful of
Right
feathers as this thing starts to take off and fly around the room with you on it. You're holding on to
Look,
it by the
test
hand of
trials.
Vecna, and your legs are flapping behind.
I think that our griffin's doing great, you know? They'll be able to carry a full-size person soon. These are the test trials.
All right. After Molfen does that, anyone else? What are you guys doing? As Molfen's flying around the room.
Any other ways you would like to mess with Molten?
I would like absent-mindedly do dancing lights to make it do like loops around the...
Make it do a
Oh my
loop-de-loop.
God.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
Okay, it does a barrel roll. Make another strength save. Molfen.
Oh no!
Molfen, the feathers let loose from the hand of Vecna, and you start plummeting to the ground.
Oh my god.
Do you have anything
Catch him.
you would like to do? So if you're only a foot and a half and you were falling, it would feel like probably here. I'll go ahead and make a roll for you.
Oh no.
Oh no!
You're gonna take a little bit of fall damage here.
Oh no. No.
I don't cast Featherfall.
Wow.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage
We try to catch him.
as you slam into the ground.
Oh, I don't have 11 left. I lose 11.
I made it a D4 since you were really small.
Oh.
We try to catch him.
Too late.
Wolfen is going to pick
Too
himself
late.
up
It's
off
like
the ground.
after Molfen hits the ground, Diana puts her hand out.
Oh.
Molfen is going to go into his possession, pull out what is probably at this point is rather foul smelling,
I'm sorry.
slap his left hand on the ground.
Uh-oh. What is this? What is this madness?
And I would like to try to animate my left hand.
Oh.
Oh my god.
What?
Ralph!
Why have you cast it?
You're foul!
I don't think it does any. I think it just happens.
Why did you keep it?
You are a foul beast!
It's the Adams family thing.
Molfen,
We
you
have an Adam's family.
you
yet.
have an undead servant, which is your old left hand.
God damn it.
No.
I hate
And
this.
it starts,
throw up in my
it
mouth a
starts to
little.
stand up on its fingertips.
Does this make me Wednesday?
Yes.
Best mage hand ever.
Goodness gracious.
What?
Yeah.
Think of how nasty that thing is by now. Oh,
It's like it's got pieces of rotten flesh like hanging off of it.
God.
Looks like calluses and blisters are bleeding and
Oh,
pop.
gross.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I cast Cure Wounds on Molfen. We'll see how much.
Okay.
Great use of spell slots, people.
As you reach down and you
get dropped off the ceiling.
for 11 points.
And as you
you
got your
what you
hand,
lost.
as you got your hand on his shoulder, his animated left hand just starts taking his pointer finger and kind of petting your wrist, Diana.
I smack it like a spider.
It goes flying across the room and rolls across the floor.
I hope a chunk of flesh fell off it.
Oh, probably like 5 at least.
Ew, stop making a mess.
Muffin. You come to this man's home, you fix his door, you go through his stuff, and now you throw your rotting DNA everywhere.
Rotting DNA.
Muffin is standing at her knee, jabbing her knee with his finger.
keep your rotting DNA to yourself.
Is that the episode title? Just rotting DNA?
I gotta write that down. Oh my god.
Oh
Oh my god.
It's amazing, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Rotting DNA. Muffin's undead hand.
I feel like Diana and Muffin would just be a terror unleashed on the right person.
I will.
At this point, Muffin looks at the group and pulls out the get along shirt, which is probably tiny with me at the moment, and be like, "This ain't gonna do much good." Stick it.
Callista, what were you saying you were doing during all this mess?
I'm just gonna walk away and pull out the sending stone to Clarion. Mom walks out of the kitchen just like, nope.
Undead
I'm gonna
hands.
start drinking
Nope.
whatever Lachlan's drinking.
What's Lachlan got as his beverage this morning?
Probably whatever I found laying around.
All right, yeah, it's a little bit of wine.
Yeah.
More like a white wine this time. You know,
Oh, nice.
Something a little lighter.
Nice.
All right.
So I send a message to Clarion. We've arrived at your citadel. How far out are you? It seems Muffin found the flask, and we now have it in our possession, just so you are aware. Be safe.
I love you.
No. I'm not doing that over text.
All of a sudden, the last words he hears is, "No, I'm not doing that over text." He's like, "What?" So you get a response from Clarion. I'm on my way. I should be there by nightfall.
Okay.
Making good time. He found it? I hid that really well. And I locked the door. Well, anyway, I'll be there soon.
Which means Muffin didn't stumble upon it. He went and unlocked a door to find it. All right, I come back.
Yeah, so now you know at least Muffin broke into somewhere to get it.
Yeah.
Scoundrel.
Okay, I come back in to wherever they are fooling around.
Okay, yeah.
I want to pick up Muffin's animated hand and hit him with it and say, "Why are you hitting yourself?"
Seems like
Not hard.
Diana seems to be channeling her
Not
inner
hard.
bully right now. As Muffin is only this big, and she's smacking him with his undead hand.
But not
Muffin's gonna
hard,
set
just
a
like
mental
politely
component.
tapping.
Muffin is going to send a mental command to his animated hand and tell it to gently choke Diana.
All right.
Oh my god!
It starts running up as you're holding it, it starts running up your arm, Diana, and goes to your neck and just starts giving a little
I
squeeze.
run screaming.
It feels like-
I run screaming.
It feels like a little massage. It's like,
I don't like this.
it feels
No.
really nasty though, because it's grimy and it's gooey and it's squishy and
Ew. Yeah.
it's kind of lost all its flesh tone. It looks more purple
Like a
and blue. You know,
Oh my
it's
god! I kick it off of me.
it goes flying onto the floor again and regains its composure.
Okay, I'm done with that hand.
If an undead hand can regain its composure, I mean, what? I mean, I don't even know what I'm saying.
It's animated. It's a person now.
That's it. It's like a dog. Like its middle finger is its head, and
Oh, why you flicking me off, bud?
it's got this little bone sticking out of the back of the wrist is its tail.
Oh.
When it wags, it just sort of looks really weird.
If you scratch the right spot, a bit of bone pops out and it starts wagging its tail.
starts taking his thumb and scratching its pointer finger really rapidly. Wow, we just gave this undead hand a lot of life.
Yes. I'm gonna continue drinking with Lachlan.
Yeah.
Day drinking with Lachlan.
Yes.
So
I suppose we should probably get rid of that hand.
Which one? You got 3.
The one that Diana's... Oh, I apologize, I'm probably still really tiny. The one Diana's been playing with.
Yeah, can you chuck it off a cliff?
I was thinking more we could just, use magic and banish it away somewhere.
Why don't you just chuck it off a cliff? That seems so much easier.
Okay, you go do it. And Molfen will send the hand after Ashlyn.
Nope. Ashlyn's running away from the hand. Drinking.
Drunk running.
Drinking as she runs. And
Yup.
the hand just chasing after her.
Yup. Not having it. How fast can the hand move? Because I'm probably gone.
Good question. How fast can the hand move? I don't know. Well, I'll look that up later. We'll say you're much faster than the hand.
Probably.
Yeah, so you guys are here just kind of hanging out, and Calista, did you give them the information of when Clarion would arrive?
Yeah.
Okay. So we could just go ahead and jump forward a little bit if there's nothing you guys wanted to accomplish.
Ew.
Molfen would be finishing up repairing the room after his 3 hours probably are up, and he's back to his full stature.
And Molfen will specifically tell the reanimated hand to just mentally exit the Citadel and start heading north. And don't stop.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
It gives you a salute. and then starts to skitter off and takes out off the
I kind of feel bad that it's going on like a suicide mission now, but
No, in 1,000 years, someone's gonna find it in the ice.
yeah, that's true.
It's gonna like come back.
It's on a sojourner mission. It's
Yeah.
I'm on a mission from God.
At the same point, I only have control over it for 24 hours, so at the end of the day, it's free to do it at once.
Oh my god, so you mean that there's a living hand that at a certain point is just going to be freewheeling, like has free will?
Oh, now it's gonna be the BBG. Michael, don't make it come back, please.
In the middle of the mountains.
My god.
In the middle of the night, it's gonna strangle one of us.
It's going to terrorize some poor village.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
Oh my god.
So anything else in particular you guys would be doing before Clarion arrives?
Diana, can you send a message?
Yes, actually.
Oh,
Yes.
Diana, what?
Molfen will summon back his chest, and as he's started this morning, prepared all his spells, he's going to cast Arcane Lock on his chest that is in the ethereal plane.
Oh, yes.
Even more safe.
And then send it back.
Okay.
Okay.
Setting it so that only myself or Callista can open it.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, why can't
Are you
we have
I
a
don't
dangerous
know.
setting
stuff?
a password? It says you can also set a password.
No, it's not
No, I
setting a
think you
password.
just designate people
you
that
and-
are allowed to open it.
You designate
Yeah,
just
so you and the creatures you designate, so just myself and Callista.
Okay.
We're blood.
But now
Why don't we get the dangerous stuff?
They can do the lock, but Callista can't summon it out of the
Right.
pocket dimension.
Right.
You have to do that. Correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
That's actually a very good point. So Molfen would probably allow anyone in the party to be able to unlock it
Okay.
if he summons it
Yay!
back in.
Sure.
I don't want it.
All right. Sounds
Too much
good.
power.
I want it. I want to put the hand in
And
it.
that is until dispelled. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Ashlyn, what did you want me to send?
Can you send Galvin a message if you have a spell, and just tell him I say hi and I bought a pretty dress, and he should see it sometime, 'cause it's cold.
I am not sexting for you.
No.
Wow.
It's you saw it. It's very tasteful.
Okay, it's very tasteful.
I did good.
Yes.
You did good. You did good,
Maybe
Callista.
we could go dancing.
Oh, okay. I'll send that to Galvin. I'll send him. Ashlyn wants to say hi, and that she bought a beautiful dress, and that she can't wait to wear it on a date with you, and that you should take her dancing because it's very romantic.
Okay.
The end.
Okay.
You receive a response from Galvin. He says, "Hi, Diana. That's great. Tell Ashlyn I said hello. I would love to go dancing with her. I have to go. I'm being sent to Nightstone with a small group to talk to them about future plans."
Oh, because he's building a farm there. That's right. Okay.
And if you guys,
I tell Ashlyn that and about where he's going and stuff.
Okay. Is Nightstone safe right now? I can never tell with all these different cities.
You know, is anywhere ever safe, really? Wherever we go doesn't seem to be.
No. This is true. Well, I don't know. He wants to take me dancing?
Yeah, he wants to take you dancing, girl. You better learn some moves.
I know, I can't dance. I look like a giant headless chicken. It's great.
I mean, I can't really dance either, but we can. We'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Okay. maybe
Callista, can you dance?
Yeah, Callista can dance.
Yes, I can dance.
Will you teach us how to dance?
See?
Sure.
Yay!
Perfect.
what's that song? It's like, you can dance if you want to. Da, da, da.
Your friend behind me.
No friend of mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
The safety dance.
I'm sorry, copyright. We're all good.
That was
too warbled for copyright. They're fine.
There
That was awesome.
I didn't remember all the words.
Not even in the same key. We're good.
Cool. So yeah. What else is anybody doing? Anybody doing anything else? Or are we gonna...
Muffin,
Yes,
where exactly did you find that flask?
in the bedroom.
Was the door locked to the bedroom?
Yes.
So you broke into Clarion's bedroom.
Nice job, Gramps.
I have no way of knowing if it was his, if it's a bedroom. I was wandering around the place using detect magic, and I got a beacon from the room.
Okay.
Should a thief have broken in, they wouldn't have even bothered to pick the lock on the door. They just would have ripped the door off the hinges.
Sure.
I
Sure.
would have teleported underneath the door without having to unlock it, but I had not prepared the proper spells for that.
He just seemed really surprised that you found it, that's all.
Well, it was rather strange. It was hidden under a dress.
It was hidden under a dress?
Yes, a long flowing white dress.
Like a...
And it wasn't protected by anything? It was just there?
Oh, I just walked in and took it.
The dress?
Yes. All right, not radiant in it.
Was it a pretty dress?
Sounds like a wedding dress.
Not exactly my color, but
Was it ball gown, sweetheart, A-line, or
Mermaid.
mermaid?
Yeah.
it was flowy.
So it was a princess.
Okay.
Probably. Definitely
No,
not
it was not a
Callista's style.
princess. It was a dress.
Yes,
Princess is a
it's called... Out of character, it's called a princess dress.
Muffin,
That's the ball gowns that are poofy.
Muffin,
Would all the women on the stream know what all the different types of wedding dress styles are, okay?
Hello, I
Hello.
have say yes to the
yeah,
dress.
this was Muffin. You would know it's a really expensive dress.
Molfin is well aware of that from how it looked, but he is not opening that door.
Okay. Even though we already opened that door.
The girls are like, hello, we're kicking down this door. Pretty dresses.
Can we go find it?
No.
Dress.
It was behind a locked door for a reason.
Exactly. It's probably very personal.
And locks are made to be opened.
Yes.
No.
Wow.
Lachlan, let's just go search around the castle for more.
Goodness, he's gonna come back and we're gonna be in his
He's gonna
stuff.
appreciate the breach of privacy. I'll just say that.
Who
I don't
knows?
know him that well.
Maybe the dress has some tragic story that he's just not ready to share with us yet. It'd be rude to snoop.
Well, one of us already snooped, so couldn't we snooped again?
No.
It's already been snooped.
It's pretty. No. I'm just trying so hard to
Past tense of snoop. Snooped.
Snooped.
Snubbed.
It's already been snopped.
So many good lines tonight. So many good lines.
Oh.
Couldn't we all try to stay together? I'd rather us be close when the
Yes.
angry dragon decides to come back and try to murder me.
He's not gonna be angry. Or
He
trying to
didn't
murder
sound
you.
angry. He just sounded surprised.
And then you hear angry.
Disappointed.
Why would I be angry?
Oh
He comes in while you're snooping on his room.
You look behind you, and standing in the doorway of the place is Clarion and his human form.
Which doorway?
The one that you guys basically
That
came
doorway-
into. The main door.
Okay.
Lachlan, just put
That
it
other
in
one's
back.
repaired.
Yeah.
Molfin had its 2 days. There's no
Yeah.
opening there
Yeah, there's no
anymore.
opening there. So he came in through the front door.
Okay.
And he's standing there. He's like, I'm sorry. I arrived as quickly as I could. Everyone okay?
Molfin's gonna look at Diana. Told you we didn't use that as a door.
Well, you never know.
Might have been a big window.
Yeah, maybe it was his sunroom. Maybe he was gonna put plants here.
He looks at Diana and says, with this weather, plants don't really grow too well around here.
True.
Anyway.
Except for the trees.
So I've been traveling as quickly as I could. I made it actually here quicker than I thought I would. The weather has kind of cleared up a little bit. I'm sorry I couldn't bring back better news.
What happened exactly? Why were you in such a...
Well, I kind of regret telling the Queen about the flask. It seemed to have changed the conversation a little bit. You know how dwarves get. She...
Wait. That was a little bit racist.
He looks at Diana and he's like,
But also true.
but that's so true.
Both saying Clarion at the same time, but also
Clarion
true.
and Celeste, I'm going to say it at the same time. Yeah, you could just kind of sense the greed in her. She wants to return it to Gauntlgrim, but I'm not sure I exactly trust that information. I don't know, I have a feeling that she wants to keep it for herself. Maybe put together her own forge to use the primordial to be able to cast her own weapons and be able to do those sorts of things. Dwarves see the influence in what gold can do to you, and they take full advantage of it. As far as the Lord's Alliance goes, they're just stubborn. The giants are obviously still a problem, but hearing that there's a little bit of good news coming around, that a group of adventurers, and he kind of smiles at all of you, are putting a hurting on a lot of their giant lords, steering them away from all the major cities has really, I don't know, brightened their spirits and have kind of made them forget about the whole situation, which is could be disastrous to some of the smaller communities, like Bryn Shander. And he kind of points in the direction of Bryn Shander that you guys remember. You guys got into an epic battle with frost giants here.
Yep. That's when we blew up the boat.
Yeah, that's when you blew up the boat. You sunk that.
Oh,
Molfin
yeah.
stole all their treasure from it.
God.
With Sarvin and all that. Yeah. But yeah, he's a little bit flustered. You can tell he's tired. He probably flew all through the night too. You don't think he took a rest to get back here?
Is he exhausted?
He looks tired.
I need to look.
Greater resto.
Is it greater restoration that takes off a point of exhaustion?
Yeah, it's greater rest.
Yeah, greater resto is exhaustion.
I have it.
Not prepared.
I could do it.
I have lesser restoration if any of you get poisoned.
I don't have that prepared, but I do have the greater prepared.
Okay. Well.
So yeah, I'll kind of go over and just to be sure, just to give him.
Yeah, almost instantaneously, you see the bags kind of removed from the bottom of his eyes, as he seems to have more vigor to his personality as you cast this spell. And at that point, we're going to go ahead and take our break for the evening. It's 9:42, so we're going to take a 5 to 7 minute break. So everybody who's tuning in, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back with the second half of Storm King's Thunder episode 92, right here at Proficiency Bonus, in just a few minutes. So stay with us. We'll be right back in just a jiffy. See you soon.
BRB.
everybody, welcome back to Storm King Thunder. This is episode 92, right here at Proficiency Bonus. Once again, my name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master. Our party has reunited with their Silver Dragon friend, Clarion. And they are currently in the planning stages of their next steps, as Mulfin has secured the Iron Flask. And they do now know that the Lord's Alliance is not going to give them any backup. And they're finding out more about Queen Dagnabbit and Clarion's impressions of her. So, what?
So they feel other things are more important now than dealing with the giants.
The Lord's Alliance does. You can see where their stance is now that their cities are protected. I still don't know. It still seems foolish to me because, I mean, all the trade routes, you know, flow through these smaller areas that need to be defended as well. Seems stubborn to think that just because your precious fortified cities are safe doesn't mean that trade will still continue and your economy can flourish.
Yeah.
So I don't 100% know if it's the Lord's Alliance that's speaking or if it's the Queen herself.
Right.
No, I am fairly certain it's the Lord's Alliance because, hey, well, we're destroying the giants, so let's go kill the people destroying the giants.
Essentially, yes.
They don't seem to be in a hurry. My hunch is they're kind of just waiting for this to all trickle out. And I don't know, perhaps he looks right at you, Mulfin, and they could be waiting for the right time to strike. When you're at your weakest. I'll be honest. If I were mounting an attack against you, Mulfin, that's what I would do.
Mulfin just sort of...
He kind of smiles.
A little.
He smiles back at you. Your passive insight tells you there's no seriousness behind that, but there's a little bit of a, you know, he just kind of is like throwing a quick jab at you, you know?
Like, bro, I can take it.
Yeah.
Well, Mulfin's just grinning at him in the back of his mind, and you can certainly try. That leaves us with some choices to make. Seems we will not get any aid from the Lord's Alliance. I feel the Hoppers will not aid us, as Corn has said he will keep the others off us, but he does not want most of the Hoppers to know about me.
What if the Zen saved you? That'd be pretty funny. We could pay them a lot of money and form a little army.
I have, what is that fellow's name again, tomorrow? Thursday? I can't remember his name. When I sent to collect my hand.
Tuesday?
The one you sent,
Wednesday.
the one you sent to collect your hand?
Yeah, the one I sent with the simulacrum. It wasn't Trent. That's Lachlan's friend.
Townley.
Right.
Townley.
Townley.
That was
Townley.
Townley and his band of Zents. Yeah, mercenaries.
Yeah.
Could always send a message to Townley. Certain. Well, granted, given what I paid him to do this, he'd probably want an even larger fee, as this is decidedly more dangerous than he knew the last job was.
I mean, we have access to a vast network of mercenaries, you know?
Yeah, I'm just saying, and we're working our way up the chain of them, so.
Yeah.
True.
I would not be opposed to working with them. I mean, and Mulfin sort of look over at Lachlan. I suppose they are rather family.
Oh my god, am I in-laws with the Zents?
Yeah. The Zens.
If you end up,
They would be the in-laws.
Yes. That is
I suppose,
hilarious.
Diana, if you
Stupid.
marry Lachlan, you would be in-laws or related to the Zentarum.
No,
Why
we're
can't I marry
sisters.
Ashlyn? Oh yeah, we are sisters. That's true. Never mind. Marry Ashlyn.
Why elves may allow such interfamilial relations?
Technically, it's not by blood. Thank you.
No, it isn't my blood.
It's by bond, by
Yeah.
choice. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the waters of the womb, and all that.
Oh, I like that.
That applies.
Yeah, to all of us, really.
Mm-hmm.
This
You
is
saw
the
Cricket
blood that we
Fingers and the
chose.
Blood, actual blood brothers.
Where was
I mean, we
Sarvin?
could.
Where were they taking Sarvin to?
They were taking him to Everland.
Everland.
By your estimation, last time you contacted, who was it that you contacted?
Brantley?
Brantley. No, not Brantley, the other one. Blackfeather. Brock. Yeah, when you contacted Brock, he told you it was taking a little longer than expected because Sarvin was a handful to deal with. And,
Oh, yeah.
Really?
and your estimation is it's probably going to be another like week and a half until they arrive at Everland.
We always seem to pick the handfuls, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Clarion pulls Callista aside, and he just looks at you for a moment, Callista, and says, "How did he find the flask?"
I believe he was using detect magic and his ability to see invisible objects, where he got a ping from a room.
Makes sense.
He said you just hid it under a dress?
Yeah.
Was it
What was-
protected by any means?
Oh, it was in a bag. I have a magical bag.
A magical
Dress.
bag.
Yeah.
We don't care about the bag. What about the dress?
I mean, the only people who are going to be able to get it are people who know it's there.
I see. So if anyone would find it, it would be Malvin.
Yeah. That's why I kind of regret hiding it there. He kind of smiles a little bit, but it's okay. I trust all of you, and I'd rather. I mean, you brought it to me in the first place, so
Yeah.
it's safe with all of
So
you.
you like dresses? Princess dresses?
Are you listening to our conversation?
Oh, I thought he said...
He looks over at Ashlyn.
Yeah, she probably did.
I'm sorry. I thought he said that he's
No,
he trusted everyone.
I do have a gown that I keep in another room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I wanted to know.
For use?
No, absolutely not. No.
For your friends to try on?
Wow. I think he collects lots of different things, right?
I do.
Oh, it's probably a historical artifact.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Okay, that he keeps in his room and to look at him on a mannequin each night. You know.
Dang.
I'm sorry, Clarion.
Go drink more of your wine.
It's perfectly fine.
I'll be
I was engaged to be married once.
You were.
Oh, I told you guys I had a tragic backstory.
Her name was Hosanna.
Oh. Past tense.
Yes, past tense.
Oh no.
That was going to be the dress that she was going to wear. And I also found her a beautiful gem inlaid necklace to go with it. And Molfin, as you're kind of hearing this, you remember there was a necklace on that mannequin too that was like embedded with these like blue and purple gems.
Lachlan's eyes light up.
Yeah, I'm like, Gramps, why didn't you take the necklace?
Was she a dragon as well?
No, she was not. She was a human. but
Okay.
I loved her.
Yeah.
Would that have made a dragonborn?
No, they actually make. There's a thing.
Wow.
Out of character. Zoss.
Half dragon.
There's called half dragons.
Yeah.
They are what is when a dragon in polymorph form mates with another race or human, they can produce young.
Huh.
Can those young turn into dragons?
They are half dragons. Basically, they kind of look dragonborn, but they're bigger, and they actually, some of them like actually have wings, and like they look more like a dragon than a dragonborn does.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Do they have the same? You know what I mean? Wow. Interesting.
Someone really needs to get her to stop thinking these thoughts.
Out loud? Yeah. So, obviously that's a personal matter, Clarion. I won't pry any further.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. It's been a long time.
Still. Time doesn't heal all wounds, so just go follow Ashlyn wherever she's going.
He kind of just looks at you. You may be right. It lingers. It hurts. But we just move on.
Yeah. I kind of look from Clarion to Callista for a second, and then I head back over to Ashlyn.
Okay.
Stay drinking with Lachlan.
I will take a cup. I'll take a half glass.
Okay. She pours it full.
Jesus, Ashlyn. I mean, Ilmater Ashlyn.
It's good stuff. You'll love it.
Molfin's going to take the cask of wine out of the bag of holding that we got from the dragon and the flagon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's
And just start pouring from that.
That's
Just
some
if
real good
everyone's
stuff.
drinking
It's a
it as
lot
well.
lighter than you remember.
yeah.
Flashback to Diana and Callista going to town on that thing.
That thing is probably you're probably like a quarter of that thing left.
What happened to my wine?
I have no idea. It must have been leaking. Wow, who would have thought?
Your balance is probably still off because you were teeny earlier.
Yeah.
Insight.
Oh.
You guys can make contested deception checks if you'd like.
I would like to use my
Wow.
nat 20.
I think Molfin is probably going. Oh, you're using your nat 20?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Diana is.
Would I know?
expending her nat 20.
Would you have told me what happened all the way? Diane.
I think Ash. Wait, what? When what happened? We still haven't told.
You haven't
We
told
still
me,
haven't told
right?
Ashlyn. We still haven't told Ashlyn.
I left that to Diana. Callista specifically told Diana that she needs to talk to Ashlyn. Callista's not saying shit.
Ashlyn, I have something that I need to talk to you about that I just suddenly remembered
Oh,
on
okay.
the topic of that flagon.
Molfin, you must have a leak in this thing. There's nothing. There's
Oh,
nothing.
I better finish it.
There's just a bunch of liquid at the bottom bag of holding.
So do we go to a different room or do you want to talk tonight?
I think a different room is best.
Okay. I'll keep drinking and follow Diana to a different room
Okay.
in the house.
Okay. You guys going to a different room?
Yeah.
I would also ask Clarion to follow me to the balcony while that's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. He travels to the balcony with you.
As Diana and Ashlyn walk away,
Mm-hmm.
No.
Molfin looks at Lachlan and just goes,
Y'all better roll high.
Yeah, we got good perception.
Greater
Oh
invisibility.
no!
Oh, great.
And with a few incantations,
No, wait.
Molfin disappears.
How many level 3 spells do you get per day? Level 4 spells do you get per day?
I get 3.
use them all on fabrication.
I think fabricate's only 3, right? Level 3.
No, fabricate is the level 4, so I'm casting this using a level 5 spell.
Level 5 spell slot.
I still have 2 level 5s. Nice try.
You
Now,
cannot.
Greater invisibility is only up to a minute.
Yep, Molfin is following along. He has a plan.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
my god.
So it probably takes that a minute or longer to get to the room. Are you guys just going to a close room, or are you guys going to that same guest room that you guys were in before?
Sure.
I mean, yeah, sure. We're not the same guest room.
So it'd take longer than a minute for them to get there, Molfin.
Okay.
It's a little bit.
So
it's
Molfin
upstairs
has-
and down the hallway a bit.
How long would it take to get there?
I would say probably about 2.5 minutes. This place is huge.
Okay,
We
so as
walk
it's about
faster
to
than
end,
him.
Molfin's going to burn his other 5th level spell to cast it again
Okay.
to get closer.
Okay.
Oh no.
Goodness.
And then as
We walk
Catch
faster
it,
than you.
catching up, and as it's about to end,
I have a feeling I know.
Cast
what it-
etherealness.
Oh no! From the
Oh my
shroud.
god.
to shift into the ethereal plane where I'll still be able to see them.
Okay.
You
Here.
be able to hear?
And
I think you can.
Can see and hear the plane you originated from.
advantage. I'm okay.
You have
I keep
advantage.
forgetting.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Imagine if you just wanted to snoop and then you accidentally killed us.
Oh crap.
Okay, so yeah, you bamf into the ethereal plane. So I think you can.
And then follow it.
Yeah, you can see and hear the plane you originated from. But everything looks gray. Okay, cool.
Can he follow us through like a door?
Yeah, he can
though?
go right through the door. Like,
Yeah,
I
he can
can
go
walk
through.
through
he
walls
can go
and
through
everything.
walls. Like he's a ghost, basically.
Okay.
As everybody leaves me, I'm doing like the John Travolta like Pulp Fiction.
Best meme.
Yes. Laga's just kind of looking around. Diana and Ashlyn, you guys enter the room. Take it away.
Okay. I shut the door behind us.
Okay. Apparently that doesn't matter. Would we know Uncle Muffin could do all this?
We don't know. I don't think we do.
We knew he could. We wouldn't have guessed that he did.
Okay, so, I'm just gonna say it. Callista and I are in love.
I love you.
And what?
I love you guys too.
Are you muted? Or am
I
I
hear.
deaf?
I hear.
I hear.
No,
I can hear fine. I wonder if she can hear me.
Cool. Beans. Hey,
Can you hear us?
I love you guys too. Yeah.
can everyone
Test.
just talk to me real quick
Yeah,
so that I
yeah,
can
testing.
use my headphones?
Three, can you
Yep,
hear
it's my
me?
headphones. My headphones.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and now we're good. Now we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Good now?
I couldn't hear you guys. I don't know why.
That's weird.
We could hear you.
Isn't that
Okay.
it?
Hmm?
Wow, no, I'm getting an echo.
Yeah, now we got an echo.
Yeah, she had to take out her headphones.
I had to take out my headphones. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll try to refrain. I'll try to do my push to talk and refrain.
Okay. Ashlyn, go ahead and say what you said again.
So I love you and Cluster too. What's the big deal?
It's more. It's not like I love you. It's I'm in love with you, like romantically.
Oh, cool! That's awesome! My best friends! They love each other! That's awesome!
Shh, I'm not trying to tell everyone yet.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was just so awesome to me.
It really is, but we're kind of still figuring it out. Like
Am I
some
still
of the
invited to sleepovers?
still invited to what?
Sleepovers?
Yeah, sure.
Just put a scrunchie on the door.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We're still kind of
I think
figuring out.
Ashlyn just invented the scrunchie.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. It's just that I just didn't really want to tell anybody yet because she says that she has feelings for other people as well. So I don't know if it's like a caught in the middle type thing or like some kind of like multi-lover cultural thing. I'm not really too sure, but we're kind of still figuring out like what me and her are. So I just wanted to let you know because I didn't want to keep any secrets from you. But like the boys were kind of still waiting to tell until we figured it out. I'm very happy to.
Is she happy?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm happy.
I know. I just want to, make sure that everything's like, solid before we go telling like the whole world,
Gotcha. I'll leave you alone sometimes too and go loot things with Lachlan or something.
It's okay. I think we'll be very couth, I don't think we're gonna need a scrunchie yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Subtly putting it out there. Do you want mine just in case?
I mean, I do have one.
Okay.
Just in case.
I take that back. Scrunchies must have already been invented.
It's an elf thing.
It's an elf thing. It is an elf thing.
That's awesome.
That should be a shirt. It's an elf thing.
Yes.
It's an elf thing with a scrunchie and a high ponytail.
Matthew, please ask your wife, pretty please, for Christmas.
I love it. Callista, you find yourself on the balcony with Clarion. It's dark. There is a nice crescent moon above the horizon, cascading a nice blue light upon the snowy landscape. What is it? It seems like something's bothering you.
Yeah, there's something that happened recently that I think you should be aware about.
Okay. There's a lot that's been going around.
Yeah. How much do you know about Asmodeus and his connections to Malfin?
To be honest, I know very little. I mean,
okay.
Asmodeus,
I guess we could start there.
Asmodeus is a devil, correct?
Yes.
Huh.
King of the Hells, I believe.
And Malfin is affiliated with this King of the Hells?
Unfortunately, yes, it seems when we first started this whole thing, him and his nephew and grandson stumbled upon a threshold of Asmodeus that damned their souls for 1,000 years, I believe. And in order to break that bond on his grandson and nephew, he took it on himself and signed a deal with Asmodeus to, I think, get the Wand of Orcus, or was it the Wand? Sword of Orcus?
Wand, yeah.
Wand of Orcus.
Mm-hmm.
So he signed a deal with Asmodeus to spare Lachlan and Moby.
He did it for his family.
He did.
Huh. I can't say I blame him.
Nor I.
I guess if I were put in the same situation, I may even be tempted.
Yeah, I was given the same opportunity just recently.
You were?
I was.
And how did you respond?
Well, apparently he's been watching me via Malfin for a while, and he picked up on all the things that I want and offered me the ability to save and bring back Anna, to bring back my dead mother, to fix my father, who was cursed by Lulth as a drider, and break her hold on him, and to give me the means to kill and replace the Raven Queen so Moby can be free.
He looks a little stunned as you're saying all this to him. He leans over the balcony a bit, puts his elbows on the balcony, just looking out towards the moonlight and the stars in the sky.
Callista will like lean her back so she's kind of like looking to the side at him.
The Lord of the Hells can do all that? Gosh.
Apparently, my father's been, for now, at the very least, broken from Lulth's hold, and he is back to his drow self.
But your soul now is his.
Not really my soul. The agreement was, when I take on the Raven Queen's throne, that I will be under his servitude as the new Raven Queen in the Shadowfell. Forever.
Forever. And that is your plan?
Not necessarily.
I have a feeling there's more to this.
That's something you could talk to Malfin about. We've shared ideas on how to go about the means to an end. But for the moment, I intend to follow through. What happens after remains unknown.
Callista, you have helped to break my bonds. You've helped to break my chains. Please know that I will do whatever it takes to break yours. I don't know what this plan Molfin has bottled up inside his, dare I say, small gnomish mind. I don't know where this is all going, but rest assured, if you need me, I will be there. And I will be ready. Everybody calls me a racist in this game.
It's just because you said his small gnomish head. It's not.
It's much smaller than mine.
It's a joke.
You're talking to a drow. I highly doubt you're racist.
I jest.
And yeah, he seems like he stands tall now, like he's not leaning up against the balcony anymore as he says this. There's a confidence to him. And you get the sense like he seems to understand why you guys made the choices that you made. He doesn't feel that they are the best choices, but
No.
he's going to stick up for you regardless because of all that you've done for him.
I appreciate that, but I don't want to lose you too.
How would you lose me?
If you were to get involved, Asmodeus is smart. He knows how to hurt, and he knows how to get what he wants. And he used my weaknesses against me to get me to sign that contract. You are one of my weaknesses.
Which is why I'm willing to defend you. We may be weak, separated from one another, but together, we are much stronger.
I should have known you'd be as stubborn as I am.
He gives you a quick smirk. Come on, Callista. Don't be stubborn. I know it's in your will, I know it's in the way that you go about things, but look at this. Look at you. Look at the group that you have. I'm standing here in front of you as well. Don't think you have to do all this on your own. Or just on the back of your gnomish friend downstairs. Or wherever the heck he is. Because there's no telling, he's probably breaking into my bedroom.
He's probably
again.
back into your room again. Yeah, that's at the same time where he's probably breaking into your room again.
If I even catch him trying on that dress.
Oh. But you must admit, the sight would be hilarious.
It would. It would. For a second. And then I'd be furious.
For a second, and then the sentimental value kicks in, and it's very disturbing, I understand. But as you said, you said time heals all pain. But I don't think that works for me. That's why I signed the contract.
I think that's why I'm so fascinated with just humans. Their lives, they just vanish within the blink of an eye. When you think about it, 100 years, most of them don't even live that long. They have to make these decisions, they have to make these life choices, and they just flash and they're gone within an instant. It just simply fascinates me. But when you're like me and you live for years and years and years, it takes a long time.
I'm sure.
I'll be honest, Callista, I don't know much about your family and the people that how you grew up. How long do your kind live?
Well, I am half human. So normally, I think I'd live about 150. But because of my druidic nature, if I reach my full potential, I could live thousands of years.
He turns away, and as he's turning away just the slightest bit, you could almost see a little smirk. Like, honestly, like almost like a little smile on his face. Perhaps when all this is said and done, because I'm not going to let Asmodeus have you. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps we could go for a walk.
I'd like that.
We already went for a fly together, so it seems appropriate that we should go for a walk.
Or we could go for a fly. Cleo and Salim seem to be
Oh yeah,
very close.
I noticed they have matured well. You guys have done a great job in training them. Won't be
They're smart creatures.
You know, that reminds me. I do think I have some gear that can be used for saddling up griffins.
Oh.
I do think I have some of that.
Why? May I ask? Did you have griffins before?
I did not. It was just,
Oh.
you know, as I go
Collector, right,
collecting
gotcha.
things, you know,
Yep.
sometimes I find things that I find interesting.
I should know. Mm-hmm.
This was one thing that just kind of sparked my interest. I'm not sure. It's the humans' fascination with these creatures just amazes me.
Well, I wanted to be honest with you on where I'm standing and what's potentially going to transpire. But I feel like you should maybe talk to Malfin further
Sure.
in
Yeah, I can.
a private means, as he can telepathically talk to you.
Okay, I can do that.
Lately, we've been getting scryed on by a old snarl, so we'd rather be safe than sorry.
Old snarls onto you.
Yeah, he has a certain fascination with Ashlyn, and it's really disturbing.
Interesting. Does Ashlyn communicate back to him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I think she actually annoyed him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell her to keep going with it.
I think she's got it.
I wish I was strong enough to take him on.
Well, he's also on my list. We'll get to him.
He's mastered too much of the arcane for me to be able to withstand some of the things that he can throw at me.
Well,
I'm still after.
you wouldn't be going against him alone, so...
I'm still after Cryovane, but I haven't seen him in quite some time.
Cryovane, remind me who that was again?
And
Is that the white?
a white dragon, who these guys have had scuffles.
And he
several
was
occasions.
injured, right? Was
Was
Cryovane injured, or was Clarion injured from him?
Clarion was injured from him a long time
okay.
ago.
Yeah.
Chromatica versus Metallica.
Oh.
Yeah, I love.
Speaking of, I would pull out my notes
Mhm.
on the metallics and hand them to him and ask him if he knows any of them or knows where we could find some of these as potential allies.
He does know them. I don't have my notes pulled up of those.
Neither do I,
of those
but you
particular
know.
ones.
There's a great one named Felgalos.
He tells you he knows that the gold one is very,
Yeah.
very stubborn, set in his ways, and doesn't trust small folk normally.
Right, yeah.
And it's really hard to sway him to do anything to help. That
Protanther.
yeah, he also tells you he's kind of like a leader of a council of metallic dragons,
Mm-hmm.
which oftentimes it comes down to him to make the final decisions if they get like stuck in a tie on what to do when they're voting on different things. Like they're very like
Yeah, it's a council
It's
of
a-
the metallics, right?
it's a council, and they get together whenever they're making these tough decisions on what to do and how to intervene with different events and things like that happen in the north or all around Toro actually. And as long as it's like a unanimous, the others, he usually kind of goes along with it. But if there's any conflict whatsoever, he usually tries to stay out of situations as much as possible. Just had some bad things happen in his past that have kind of turned him off of trusting
Yeah.
humanoids. And metallics, even though they're for the most part neutral, and most of the time they don't like go like raiding and killing people, you know, just out of spite, they can be swayed. And there have been metallics that have gone and been kind of angry towards small folk, and others, you know, can be more good. Some can be just right down the middle, you know, they don't care either way, you know, very straight neutral.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
And Mulfin, you heard this entire conversation that Diana and Ashlyn had as you were kind of ghosting in the room there.
Yeah, we don't want to tell anybody.
Straight to Lachlan.
Buddy.
Wow! Wow! Oh my god! Duh.
Lachlan, you get the gist of what's going on in the next room via Molfin's sending message comes into your mind.
Oh. Well, how about
Diana
that?
and Callista, in love. Stop. Keeping it secret from us. Stop.
Exclamation point. Question mark.
Excellent.
Oh dear.
And you guys all, I would assume, meet back together. It's pretty late.
Molfin eventually makes his way back down there. And once he's back in the room with who's ever down there at the point, he makes his way back.
Would you have left before the ladies have?
No, I would probably stay in the room.
Okay.
To see if there was anything else being said until after they left. When they left, then Molfin would slowly make his way back downstairs, and once, basically, like whatever the doorway leading into this area where Lachlan is, hop back from the ethereal plane and then walk around the corner.
Okay. So,
Unless Lachlan's stealing the necklace.
yeah, Lachlan, are you doing anything, or are you just hanging out in that room?
Just horsing around with the griffins.
Oh.
Yeah, after everybody left, like, Lachlan just meets eyes with one of the griffins. The griffin just turns its head to the side just a bit, and Lachlan kind of turns his head to the side of it. Yeah, Molfin.
Salim, the vicious one.
Yeah. Molfin walks around the corner to see everybody is reconvened. It looks Clarion looks at all of you. As you guys were walking back, Callista, Clarion told you that he was going to try to get a good night's rest and communicate and talk to Molfin in the morning.
Yep.
And he greets you all, says his good nights, and makes his way up to his bedroom. As you guys are still down here in this main chamber.
Does he notice the lock doesn't work?
You would probably notice that he pushes the door and it just opens rather than having to use the key.
So he goes to put the key in and misses, just bumps the door, and door just goes.
Yeah, just bumps it. That gnome? Just walks into the door and closes it behind him.
That no.
Hey, he's your in-law now.
Anything you guys would be doing before having another long rest, or
I'm working on my poisons a little bit.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll for that.
I would give Lachlan my poisoner's kit if he needed extra stuff.
I think I have the one from.
Yeah, Riled gifted him one.
Okay.
Uh,
What do I roll?
I think you roll your poisoner kit plus your proficiency bonus.
Gotcha. That's right.
I think you had a roll set up for it somewhere in there, I thought.
Yeah, and then my is this int or dex to do this?
What did we roll last time? Do you remember? I think it was dex, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, playing with poisons.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Wow. How many did I say you could do in the first week?
the first week I can do up to 10 arrows.
Okay. Yeah, you got the maximum.
Oh, sorry. The first week it's only up to 5 arrows.
Okay, so you get all 5.
All 5. All right.
With that roll, that's an amazing roll. Yeah, you got 5 poisoned arrows in about an hour before bedtime, as you guys are just relaxing there. Yeah. So you're getting pretty good at this.
Yeah, Raul's gonna be proud of me.
Aw. I'll go up to Callista and I'll kind of whisper. I'll be like, told Ashlyn, what's up? Just to let you know.
Okay.
Didn't tell anyone else, though. Figured you'd want to keep it like that.
God damn it, Lachlan.
Molfin's just looking back and forth at the two.
I didn't tell anyone.
Are you sure you didn't? I'm just staring at Lachlan and Molfin because my passive is high as fuck.
Yeah, I'm a 19 passive.
Doing my poison.
You guys can go and make a deception check.
Passive.
Make a deception check, both Molfin and Lachlan.
Ooh, Lachlan's good.
Oh.
Lachlan.
Good one.
Lachlan is giggling, but you're not really sure why. You think he's just like really giddy over the poison? He's like smelling too much of the poisonous fumes.
Creepy.
Give himself a little bit of, he's got a little buzz
My
going
passive
on.
is still higher than that.
Your passive is still higher
My-
than that?
My passive is higher than an 18.
Yeah, Molfin's up to something.
I thought I only told Ashlyn, but I guess some gnomes were listening at the door.
Rude.
Lachlan's sniffing an arrow tip.
Lachlan gets really
What are you
rude
snorting off
sometimes.
that? Lachlan, don't huff poison fumes.
At least we have a cleric should he get ill.
Yeah, well.
I can cure you if you get poisoned.
Greater rest. Oh yeah, what's the rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna. What is the plan for tomorrow, by the way?
The conch.
What are we doing?
Depends.
Okay.
I could still use a few more days back home, preparing the last of the other spells from that book that I can copy over at this point. Beyond that, I am meant to parley with my contact at some point in the next day or two, as I told him I would contact him.
Should we parlay with you? I don't know what parlay
Yeah,
means.
don't you need backup? I mean, you still haven't really told us who this person is.
Ryled has offered to come with me should it be needed.
But we're better protection. I mean, look at these guns.
I'm just wondering if I should do Heroes Feast tonight? Or do it late, like a different day?
Let me look at my information here. With another day or so, I could get another spell or two into my spell book. Not sure how useful they would be within what we're going to be dealing with.
Aren't the effects of Hero Feast only 8 hours?
Yeah,
So you would do it tomorrow morning?
yeah, it would be in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I say it is up to the group if you wish to go in the morning, then.
Go where?
No, the benefit lasts for 24 hours, so we could do it tonight.
Oh, nice.
Where would we be going again? To go parlay with you?
No, if Callista is going to be casting such a high-level enchantment, I'm assuming we would be going through the conch and to deal with.
Well, that's why
whatever's on
I'm
the
wondering
other
if we're
side.
doing it. If you have other plans that you wanted to do before we do that.
Delay it a day, yeah.
So that's why I'm asking. I could do it tonight or I could do it tomorrow.
I have the spell as well, so if you wanted to, we could just do it both days.
I don't have any spells, guys.
Is it expensive?
Did I tell you this?
Oh, yeah, it's like 1,000 GP.
Oh.
We have lots
That's
of
nothing.
money.
What?
to us. Yeah, we
Yes,
got a
but
lot of money.
don't.
I'll pay for it. It's fine.
I'm a little bit broke.
Well,
Yeah, you and Lachlan both, I think. And the rest of us.
Meanwhile,
you.
Callista's dragging 2 massive bags of holding behind her everywhere she goes. You can see
Full of
coins are
coins.
falling out of the bags of holding.
I'm running behind, picking them up.
Uncle Muffin, did you need your ring back? Because I know you don't have your staff anymore.
no, I will. I can make do as is. It is best for you.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
If you.
Where are you going to be meeting? And who?
He won't tell us who or probably where. I think it's a moot point.
I cast Sending to Callista, and I want to say, I could do something, but actually it'd be very morally wrong. You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to do it. If I did do it, I could spy on Molfin wherever he goes, but I'm not going to do that because that's really wrong, and we can't spy on our friends. Bye.
And bing, the message gets cut off about halfway through that.
And Callista, you can see Molfin is facing you, but is looking at Diana.
I have a passive insight of 19 or 20.
Me too. 19.
In Primordial.
Oh.
Well, in common, Molfin looks at the group and says, I apologize in advance. In Primordial. Dawn.
I figured.
His name's the same in Primordial.
The door!
It's the same. It's just the next thing. Darn. Oh, I wonder who he's gonna go see.
That must mean something, right?
And just looks at the room. If you think it wisest, Callista, I will state it, but I know
Well,
emotions.
do you think it's wise to go alone? And do you even know where you're meeting?
I'm meeting wherever he is.
Maybe you should. Are you still talking Primordial? Because that's rude.
No.
No, I'm talking common.
And so am I. It's the only thing Molfin said in Primordial was the name.
Okay, because I think I can understand all languages or something. It's ridiculous.
My concern is causing emotional harm. And I know that is something you do not wish either.
Emotional harm? None of us have emotional problems.
Are we still in this conversation? It feels rather
I don't think so.
two-sided.
I
No,
think I think it is fair to be honest about this particular case. Just, I understand why you're concerned, but I think we should all be on the same page on this one.
When it comes to emotional status, I will trust your judgment on this one. And Molfin will look over and say,
Shady.
my source is Dawn.
Your source for what again?
The Sword of Cass and the other, and the eye.
You probably can't even trust this guy. You can't trust him.
No, I can't. He has a vested interest, though. He is seeking to return Vecna. In order for Vecna to return, an individual, logically, would need to be in possession of all of his bits.
And you don't think that maybe he wants to set you up with the bits so that you can bring him back? Unknowingly? Unwittingly?
That is exactly what I'm counting on him wanting to do.
You have no idea what these parts will do to you. You have no idea.
No, that's why I identify them and research them beforehand.
How are you going to gouge out your eye when you have a shroud over it?
Ah!
That's a really good point, actually.
You can still see his
Can you not
eyes.
see my
Yeah.
eyes?
All right.
It's kind of like a ninja,
He's like a
ninja
ninja,
mask.
yeah.
Ninja.
All right.
That hangs loosely down low so he can pull it up to eat.
Yeah.
With little tentacles looking like Cthulhu.
yeah.
Great.
Gross.
Comb out the beard because it's got food bits in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which pulls out another good bag.
It's like a hamster.
Oh.
Well, this is. What if we set up an ambush?
But we can't really ambush him if I am going to him.
No, but if you teleport us all, we can already be in position. Somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't.
My concern with that, and the reason I brought it up to Riled when he regained his arcane abilities, is because using this to move myself, I run the risk of losing myself momentarily.
To the shroud?
In the music? More that you want?
That would explain why he doesn't remember speaking.
Losing what?
It's losing
Lose to what?
Giving into darker impulses, perhaps, is a better way to word it.
Balgrog's armies. Balgrog's armies.
Yeah, exactly.
Your darker impulses or something
think
else?
the items, darker influences.
Oh no.
What? So, like, the hand of Vecna, like, controls you sometimes?
Hasn't to my knowledge.
It would be the shroud, wouldn't it?
Oh, the shroud? Which item? I don't know. I'm guessing.
I know this has been a trying day for you, Diana. It's
I'm
been
now
very
learning.
emotional for you, I'm certain. So
I think are you gaslighting her? That's not cool, man.
gaslighting.
I'm just confused.
Yeah, we can do that, Gramps.
Not only are you going to go see my sworn enemy, but also now I know that there's items that you carry that at any moment can just take over your mind.
Like what gold does to me.
Like what gold does to
rubs his temple a little bit.
Or a cute boy does to me.
Or girl.
Or girl, because Diana's bisexual.
We've had these conversations already.
Have we? Wow, short-term memory loss. Disregard that.
Pointed look. Gee, I wonder what could be on your mind that would be... Never mind.
Callista's boobies.
Wow. That is not an episode title.
Now on YouTube.
Demonetized.
Hey, we'd have like 50,000 views.
But like 50,000 downloads. You'd be like D&D.
Yeah, a bunch of dislikes. What is this crap?
Yeah. What is Storm King Thunder? Who are these people?
Okay, so...
Hold on, I got it. Wolfen, what's this?
A circle of cloth.
I also hold one up.
Make a deception check.
Deception check.
Old Snarl just chimes in. It is not my circle. What?
Oh no, an 18. Okay, fine.
No, that already rolled. No, that was from before. I rolled. That was from.
That was from.
Okay.
Yeah, so you rolled a 5.
So I know you're lying to me.
You know what a scrunchie is?
He knows what a scrunchie is.
I don't know what
Ashland,
point
just
that
don't
proved.
hang it on the doorknob.
He listened to our entire conversation.
I feel like I kind of already had that hunch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
One might say I was in the room with you.
That's creepy.
Room where it happened.
And with that, you watch as Wolfen fades from view.
All the girls go.
At least 8 hours on that.
Hamilton gets
Yeah.
What are you doing?
As serialness, it's an 8-hour spell, so Wolfen just
you can
vanishes
just
back
vanish
into
back
the
in.
ether.
Oh, so you just
Oh,
vanish.
you're so
That's
creepy, Uncle
amazing.
Wolfen.
Ghosts out
Oh,
of there.
wonderful.
Fades out.
Will I ever get to have a private conversation here, or are you just always going to do that?
Once you reach level, once you reach level 11, there's no such thing as privacy.
Yeah.
Wolfen is going to
That's fair.
around to the back of Diana and come back in from the ethereal plane. Nope.
Oh my emotion.
No. Well.
All right.
It's
Well,
kinda circular.
Just call me Big Brother.
If she scries on you, and you know that she's scrying on you, but
I'm not
scrying on you,
him.
scrying on, well, if you start to. then
I
you can
didn't
scry
tell
on
you I was going to scry on him.
I know what spell you have.
True, you do know what spells I have. I never said I would scry on Wolfen.
No, but you could. But he
I
would know,
could.
and you would know, and he would know that you would know.
I don't Well, to be fair, you have spied on me, Molfin, so...
And I could do it again, and Molfin pulls out the scrying orb.
Okay.
And then puts it back in.
Diana and Molfin are constantly having these contacts.
That is also mine, and it is on loan.
But fair enough.
Be careful with it. Anna gave it to me.
Not a lick of harm will come
Play
to
with
it.
Okay.
You could be scrying on our enemies.
Yeah.
We could be scrying on Dorn right now.
Speaking of enemies, that is something we need to discuss. Are we letting Muffin go with Riled and maybe one other person for backup?
How about
Are we all
4 other
going-
people for backup?
Or are we going to do the Giants? Where is the priority here?
Well, I don't like the Giants attacking the smaller cities, but besides that, they're more of a distraction to the Lord's Alliance than us right now, aren't they?
Right. So if we deal with the distraction, then we're going to be dealing with the Alliance soon after.
Exactly.
Haven't the Alliance pretty much given up not given up, but
They're ignoring the Giants, and apparently I am the number one.
already there.
Exactly.
Fair.
We can't sacrifice the lives of small folk so that the Lord's Alliance stays away from us for another month.
Oh
Agreed.
no,
No
that was
wish
my
lives
plan.
matter.
Oh yeah.
I keep on thinking about that D&D meme that's out there that has like the dude holding his girlfriend's hand and he's looking over his shoulder at this girl that's walking by, and it's like the Giants and then like new story arc over here, and he's like, oh.
The PCs of the guy, like,
yeah, it's like looking back at this.
I did this for you guys.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Intense.
that's it.
Oh god.
That look on
I
her
did that
face
one
is
for,
priceless. Like, what are you doing?
How
I
could
did that
you?
for Jamie one time. I shared.
yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right.
So what are we doing?
You're
Got
muted.
distracted. Oh,
Or you're cutting out. I
Yeah.
can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yep.
No, I'm talking to Matthew.
Oh, Matthew.
I couldn't hear anything Christy was saying. I didn't know if I was gone or she was.
Strange.
I couldn't
were.
hear you.
I can hear you
Couldn't
all.
hear you.
I
Weird.
can hear you. I couldn't hear Matthew for a minute anyway.
So,
Yeah.
Then I shall try again.
Okay.
I think the Giants may be our best option, as if all goes according to our hopes. You could come out of it with some rather powerful new toys, Callista,
That's true.
which
But we
could
need
be
to-
a great aid to dealing with.
Anyone else?
What if we make Gum Gum queen of like the fire giants, and then they make a resurgence, and we still have Gum Gum on our side, but the Lord's Alliance don't know that, so she just like sends out giants for us, but not to hurt us, to hurt the Lord's Alliance, and then she'd be on our side though.
Are the
But
Lord's
we'd still be
Alliance,
giving her to giants that we don't like anyway.
sounds foolproof.
are the Lord's Alliance explicitly our enemies, or are they just people that don't understand our point of view yet?
Wait, that sounds like
I believe-
1 1/2 dozen of another.
The Lord's Alliance is a lot of nobles, and I'm sure there is corruption within the Lord's
Oh.
Alliance, but
Oh, yeah, the
currently
nobles.
Malfin is their target.
That's okay. Yep,
But
that
I
was-
wouldn't trust them even if they weren't after Malfin.
Well, you just don't like lords.
The
Or
Lord,
No.
alliances.
the Lord's
They
Alliance.
also don't care for nature, they just care about
Oh.
themselves.
The Lord's Alliance only knows that the last time that shroud that Mofin wears, basically some strange, mystical dark tower was floating above Neverwinter, and wraiths were just unleashed upon the city by the person within who was controlling it. Or was wearing it, and it took adventurers to go into this place to defeat this terrible entity to stop it. Since then, it's been held at bay, but now it's back out there.
The warning signs are
Would we
back.
know this?
What's that?
Would the party know this?
You guys would have probably heard this based on your knowledge of what the shroud is.
Huh.
Well,
Because it would be in the
Yours
book,
great.
right?
Yeah.
if it is that odd, we just float a tower and rain wraiths on Mithril Hall.
That'll go over well.
Wait, what?
What? I didn't say anything.
So then, are we all going to the Giants alone? No backup, just us.
It appears that way.
Yeah.
Unless
No
the
baggage.
Emerald Enclave will aid us.
We can go pick up Sorvin and Brock.
But they're not at Everland yet.
Yeah.
No, but,
No.
well,
We can find out where they are.
Maybe we go in and see what we're dealing with, and then, if we need reinforcements. You guys are pretty good at bamfing us all over the world.
Yeah.
right, but that requires us to be on this plane. We have no idea when we step through this conch if we will be on the same plane of existence.
Make an,
Well, only one way to find
make
out.
an Arcana check, Mofin.
That's scary.
Yeah, because I can only go through trees. I can't.
You're not 100% sure, but you think that you'll be on the same plane of existence.
Yeah, I also need to
Maybe
be on the same plane.
It's a very, very high percentage that you will be teleported to the same plane.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Because
Maybe we
if
do a
there's,
scouting mission.
but we don't know where the conch takes us. We could be in the middle of.
Like right on the
Wrong.
lap of some angry giant.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, then we just... Whoever is casting the spell from it, the rest of us will have to prepare actions and our spells, whatever may be, in case there are things around us.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
Okay.
So, are you guys, did you guys take a long rest? Or are you going to take another long rest here?
Sure.
I think. Are we?
Well, that's why I was
question.
asking, because I think it's towards the end of the evening, and Close was asking, should I cast Kara's Feast before we go to bed?
It's up to you.
Oh, so that we have it all day tomorrow.
Here's the question.
Right. So, because depending on where we're going, she'll cast it.
Yeah.
Like,
Do we
even
need
if we're
to go
going to
home
Dorne, she'll
first?
still cast it. But or if we're picking up Sarvin, I won't cast it. So I just need to know which direction.
Well, here's the question. Where are we going? How do we need your father with us, or are we leaving him to take care of Diana's mother and Gum Gum?
I mean,
Well, you gave him the staff to take care of them.
And my assumption is that is where he will remain. So it would make sense to then cast the feast here and depart via the conch in the morning.
mhm.
Okay.
If Callista's intention is to bring her father with us,
Oh.
then it would make more sense to go home and rest there. Rather
Wait,
than
I'm-
expend the arcane resources to get us home in the morning.
Would my
Did-
mother and Gum Gum need protection?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe we should hire Tren right now or something to go keep an eye on
Did
them.
Ryled even express interest in helping us with the Giants, with the conch and stuff? Because Close filled him in on everything.
You got the sense that he was more so willing to stay at the house to protect the homestead and
Yeah.
Diana's mother and Gum Gum,
Yeah.
and he was willing to stay behind while you guys went and did what you needed to do. So
Yeah,
that
that's what I
way- 'cause
figured.
He's just kind of worried.
Because I don't remember him even
'Cause
saying, "Yeah, I want to go with you."
you guys would
he wants to
know-
deal with Asmodeus, not the Giants.
Right, and you guys would know that Waterdeep is part of the Lord's Alliance. So that means you're kind of just right on the front porch of
Yeah.
the Lord's Alliance. And
Yeah.
he knows this as well. So he would probably feel, I mean, feels like you guys would be more comfortable if there was somebody there that could.
Yeah, and we also told him if things go wrong, take them to Skullport.
Yeah,
Like take them to his spider lair.
And that staff
Wait.
gives him the ability to get out of there if he needs to.
Yeah.
So why did we build our mansion where I'm not allowed in?
We did that before you guys all did your thing.
I will disagree wholeheartedly.
I disagree too, because I signed it as Pip. I was already one wanted person.
Yeah, you did sign it as Pip. It was.
They were already wanted. I don't know why we did that. I think it was
that's
because
why
it was
we didn't get it
available.
in the city limits. That's why we got it outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're like 3 miles outside, at least 3 miles outside of.
But
Still pretty close to have Molfin near the.
Yeah, but Callista wasn't considering Molfin's issue with the shroud. She was considering you just being gonna get arrested for accosting a noble, which is like a 10-day of hard labor. It's not that bad.
fine.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can
that's
do
actually not that bad, is it?
I think I get
And you also have to pay a fine, which we also not that bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
No, I think I
to
can
a
beat
normal
it.
person, it would be backbreaking because it's like 500 or 1,000 gold. But like to you guys, that's like, ching ching, whatever.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I think it's 1,000 gold and like 10 days.
We have affluenza.
But now that Molfin's wanted, that changes things. But we already had the house before Molfin was wanted by the Alliance.
If I just do this labor thing and we pay the money, we go after that diamond in the Fight Club.
You have the diamond.
Oh. Never mind.
No,
we
that-
already
we
won
missed
that.
second night.
That
We had to leave.
competition is already over. Somebody already was awarded that diamond.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Damn it.
We could find who has the diamond. Challenge.
Yeah.
So, are we resting for the evening and then it's off to fight the giants?
Sure.
I'm in.
Whichever makes more sense logistically.
Sure.
All right. So you guys head
Cast
off
Heroes Feast.
in the morning.
Okay.
Or
At night.
At night.
Because it lasts 24
Okay,
hours.
so the heroes feast.
Just before we go to bed.
As Callista casts her incantations, you guys see this magical table just appears, sprawled out with all these foods, adorned with these beautiful plates filled with
I'm really hungry,
fruits
actually.
and vegetables and all kinds of different foods. You guys,
Everyone's maximum raises by 7.
your maximum HP is
Wow.
increased by 7 as you enjoy these
Whoa.
this wonderful feast. It also does some other things. Makes you immune to poison, I
Immune to-
believe, and to fear.
Yeah. And you make wisdom saving throws with advantage. So here you go.
Molfin is just diving face first into one corner of the table.
Yes,
Just,
this is,
Yeah.
yeah, Molfin, this is everything that your hungry stomach has dreamed of. As you're just diving through. You're almost Gum style diving into this
You have
food.
an hour to gorge yourself.
So, yeah, you guys can
Molfin ain't gonna
fill
stop till
up.
it vanishes.
And upon the last few bites, as Molfin is the last person to finish, he was the first person to dive in and the last to finish eating. And the table just slowly dissipates and vanishes into arcane sparkles of magical energy. And
I was
you guys,
Clarion gets it too. Clarion can get it too.
Okay, he was.
He can eat it.
He already retired to his room. Would you go wake him up to bring him down?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Clarion enjoys the
Because at
food.
least he has 24 hours of benefits.
Okay, yeah.
You can go fight Cryovane.
He might think about it. Problem is, he hasn't been able to find him. He's gone missing, and he's not sure where he is. So yeah,
Right.
you guys enjoy the
one more
feast,
thing to deal with after this.
and
And a blue one.
I would say we can go ahead and skip the night. Nothing's going to happen during your long rest. So you guys can go ahead and get the benefits of your long rest. You get all your spell slots back. So remember, as your hit points fill up, they fill up that additional 7. You guys get your portents, and the morning is yours. Folks.
Yeah,
Those might come in handy. Molfin is sitting going over his spell book.
Getting your
Going back and forth.
spells.
Close brings him good berries because I always just take off a first level spell every day.
You're like, Mofin, you just ate. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
2 more good berries. Pulling out another weird magic fruit, eating that
No.
too.
Oh, you eat a magic
don't
fruit?
eat-
All right.
Oh, God damn it.
Roll a d8.
Oh no.
Roll a d8 for
You want to
me.
be half size.
We're
when
going
you
to
go
fight
down.
giants and you're eating a magical fruit that we don't know what it does.
You like
You
found
went
on the
shrink
ground
again.
somewhere.
That's an 8.
He's a gambler. Let him gamble.
Is that good
I
or
need you to
bad?
roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll 1d6 for me.
Oh,
How many hours? How many minutes?
yeah.
6 days.
6.
Oh, 5.
Wait, 5. Okay, you feel incredibly strong. Your strength score for the next hour is a 27.
Oh, your bubbles! Oh my God, your bubbles! You're as strong as bubbles! What the fuck?
I'm sorry, you said by 7?
It's 27. Your
yeah,
strength
sorry,
is
Jesus.
27. So whatever the modifier is on a 27 is now your strength modifier.
Oh.
Wow.
You got a plus 8 to
Feeling
strength
strong.
now?
Oh, wizard with a plus 8.
You are bubbles.
Basically,
you are literally bubbles.
Basically,
What the heck?
that fruit was the equivalent of a potion of cloud giant strength.
Wow.
How appropriate.
That book would be no problem. You
take
just
it.
read it.
I guess we're going now if we have an hour
Let's
of
take
that.
Molfin.
Yeah.
Let's take Molfin to a tavern and let's have people place bets on who they think is gonna win in an arm wrestling competition.
Yes.
We're gonna hustle.
That's such a
It
lot.
only lasts for an hour.
I'm proud
walks
of
over
that.
to Diana, grabs her armor, and just tries to lift.
Oh, piece
Oh
of
my
cake.
goodness.
Pick her right up off the floor. You can like the Harlem Globetrotters basketball spinner on the tip of your finger like this.
Well, just start spinning.
I guess I'm spinning.
Spinning. She falls off your finger eventually and a little bit dizzy. Yeah, you are incredibly strong.
Perhaps we leave now while this is still. I feel wonderful this morning.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Take off my first level. Oh my word! I gotta
All right.
everything.
How do we use this conch? Do you rub it?
You
Who has
somebody I think somebody identified it before. Did somebody identify it or?
Yeah,
don't we have to
I
blow
cast
to it?
identify on it when we got it.
Yeah, basically all you do is kind of blow into it and it
I'll
teleports.
blow into it.
Mhm. Yeah,
Go for
with
it.
this
We'd, like, hold hands or something?
It's like a foghorn. And you guys all of a sudden see a flash of magical energy, and you see beams of light visually just streaming by as you guys are teleported. And I'm going to take you to a new map. And I will probably need to...
Aren't you proud of us, Michael?
Oh my goodness, it's about time, folks.
We've had this conch for so many weeks.
You had it forever.
We've had it for so long, and we've been so off book for so long.
We found 2 of them before this one, didn't we?
Yeah,
I'm going to bring...
we skipped the other two.
Yeah, you totally skipped the other 2. You had the opportunities to get to... What? You
Michael's just like, I'm leaving it right here. It's right here.
Roll 20 is not letting me put you on the new map.
There we go.
Here we go.
I
We're
see.
going to a new map.
Oh,
Or can you see the whole map?
I see.
no, we just.
Good.
Oh,
You shouldn't be able to see
I cast
anything.
magic missile. Oh, there we go. Oh,
We
what
see
is
this.
Oh yeah, do you see where you're at?
I can't see anything.
Here, I'll shift
What
I
back.
see a
heck?
face.
I'll
You
shift
see a
ping.
face?
Do you see?
Yeah.
I see like a rune.
Do you see where I shift
Oh,
ping?
I was on the opposite side of the map.
Are you guys seeing all the map, or just what? You...
Yeah,
I can only see a small
No.
area with the
Yeah,
bubble.
me too.
Okay, good. You got. I've got all your tokens on there already. I was
Cool.
prepared that maybe one day you would arrive.
Yeah.
So
we
basically,
did it.
you guys emerge in this chamber. There is a glowing symbol upon the floor that starts to fade as the magic from the teleportation to the conch wears off. It starts to slowly fade. You can see that there are these blue sconces along the walls that are cascading a blue light in this chamber. The chamber walls are covered, they look like coral, and they look wet as this light kind of shimmers off of the wet surface. You can see that there are barnacles attached to this coral and different shells of different types. In front of you, you see a spiral staircase in front and this massive pool of water. There are also a few hallways in different chambers that are leading off, one to the north and one to the east. You can hear, coming from what sounds like upstairs, the haunting sounds of what seems like a large pipe organ and a elegant female voice that seems to echo down the stairs.
Cool. I'm gonna go check the puddle.
Is it singing?
It's singing, yes.
Okay.
Do I recognize the words?
Make a perception check. You do understand giant, correct?
Yep. I'm gonna burn my net 20.
All right.
Cool.
Burning that
Oh,
20.
I also understand giant.
So with that would give me for perception a 25.
All right, burning that 20 with a 25. Yeah, you can hear some of the words. It's hard to hear with the pipe organ, and there's a lot of like reverb coming out from the echoing of the music. But you get the sense that this is a mournful song. It's a sad song about someone missing their father and wishing and hoping for his return.
Malvin's gonna look over at Callista. It seems like someone misses their father.
Well, he is missing.
Does that necessarily mean we may get out of this without fighting them all?
Potentially.
Although...
But only you and Diana can
Take
speak
his-
giant.
I can speak with them.
I don't know.
But I don't know whether or
this
not
conch
they'll
came-
necessarily enjoy us taking his seat.
I don't know where the conch came from, actually.
The conch came from the hill giant that you
Oh.
put in a
I thought we
microwave.
stole from fire giants.
No, I think we left the fire.
We
giant
left the
behind.
fire giants
You-
one. We didn't go
yeah.
into it because Clouth wanted us to go get it. We're like, no, we don't want to do what you
guys
do.
went in, you stopped Callista's uncle and took the iron
From the-
flask.
Oh, I wasn't there for that.
That's what you
Okay.
got for
Yeah.
the fire giants. The
Yeah.
hill giant, you found the conch. And then the cloud giant, you never went any farther to try to discover where the conch was.
Right.
You guys
Right.
kind of
True
got
enough.
You guys kind of got sidetracked by
Bounced.
the death of two
The-
toddlers.
Children.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Younglings.
Ashlyn, as you're inspecting this pool in front of you,
Oh no.
it looks very deep. It is a circular
Yeah,
pool. It's 30
right.
feet. It looks like it. Are you gonna jump in it?
No, I can walk on it.
Oh yeah, you're walking on it. It just looks very deep below you.
Okay, there's nothing in it.
Not that you can see from standing on top of it. If you want to dive under it and swim, you can.
Guys, do we care what's in this pool?
Probably not. I feel like I have a somewhat limited time with this enhanced strength.
Yeah.
Well, I can see this thing. What is it?
You can see what thing?
This thing?
I guess I'm not seeing if you're pinging something or.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, down there.
down like a hallway?
Down the hallway.
Yeah, down the eastern hallway. Sorry,
Yeah, eastern
I
hallway.
As I ran past it, I could
East is you can see a life-sized stone statue of a female storm giant holding a harp and wearing a gown of purple coral. That's what that star is.
see it. Oh, I relate that to the group. I did kind of see are those rooms
Yeah.
off the hallway?
Small doors off the hallway to the right. Yes.
Guys, there's this really big giant sculpture and then like some rooms. Do you want to go in them?
Malfin's gonna look at Callista.
I'm not sure.
Do we just go upstairs and find the voice, or do we do this tactical style and just eliminate everyone floor by floor, room by room?
We can just see what's in the room, maybe. Can't you do that, Uncle Muffin?
I
Didn't
suppose.
all the cloud giants like attack us the last time when they found us creeping around their place?
Yeah, so I think you should see what's in those rooms before we
Like-
leave them.
So Malfin's gonna walk over to the first door and just open the door.
Oh, open the door. I thought you did,
Diana
like,
will shout,
go in
"We
with-
come in peace," in giant.
So you're opening the first door on the right down there in the south?
Yep, right over the door that Ashlyn pointed out to Malfin, right over here.
Okay, I'll go ahead and open that door as you open your way through there. And
As he does that, can Diana yell in giant, "We come in peace"?
sure. Absolutely.
Okay, I will do that.
This looks like
I
to
thought we were
be
doing
some
this
kind
stealthy.
of some type of guest chamber, and it looks like it's made for like normal humanoid-sized people. Like these are not giant furnishings; they're small beds. You see, there are like 5 comfortable beds, a circular rug, it's a barrel of drinking water in the corner, and an empty dresser, and an empty wardrobe.
An average person room.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like these are either guest quarters or slave quarters.
All right.
And, well, where Diana just screamed out, "We come in peace," up the stairs.
Oh,
I yelled it into the room.
she yelled it into the room. She would have
Oh.
probably been down here. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were over that way.
That
No,
music
I realized.
that music is so loud that it would be really difficult for anybody to be able to hear what's going on.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna magic it into the room. If you wanted us to stealth in, it just Lachlan. I could have done that myself. To just
You- Malfin's gonna start walking back over. "Well, you didn't say magic into the room or stealth in. You said, go look in the room, so I opened the door."
I assumed you would magic because you're magic.
Yes, and right now I could throw you, Lachlan, Callista, and Diana 394 miles and not blink an eye.
That could be fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also dangerous.
We would die.
We know. Do that.
All right, let's
I want
go
to see
check
how far I
upstairs.
can run back.
I'm gonna start heading up the stairs.
Go head up the stairs.
Malfin's walking up with Callista.
Same.
Okay. Fine.
I am going to get you prepared for a new map. Let me move this map so I can get it on here as you guys are headed up to the second level. I'll pull you over here, and I'll probably have to put your tokens out. And I will show you what you see when you get up here.
Okay.
What?
And
What is
I
that?
will shift ping you all as you make your way up the steps. And I'm gonna give you the spiel as we enter this chamber.
What is this?
They're all there.
Oh, bloody hell.
So
They all hate us.
you make your way up the stairs to hear this music. The room is split into 2 levels. The back of the room, at the very far end, is raised up, almost like a stage, about 15 feet higher than this lower portion. The acoustics in here are most excellent. And the barnacle-covered pillars of hewn rock meet the vaulted ceiling, and there's this huge crystal window that allows this light to cast beautiful patterns of moving water upon the walls. Under the crystal window is this massive hulking crab that has these colored nodules that stick up from his shell. And it has beautiful coral just growing all over it. And you see that there's this woman, this giant woman with these little paddles, and she's hitting these nodules on top of the crab, and it's creating these pipe organ type sounds, as if she's playing this crab as a musical instrument.
Poor crab. We should free the crab.
Animal abuse.
Basically, what is happening is every time she hits a nodule, it seems like it's tickling the crab a bit and causing it to produce sounds as it goes. So it doesn't look like it's
so
painful
weird.
to the crab, but it looks like it's tickling him a bit. I'm going to
Okay, I feel better.
I'm going to give you this. I'm going to show you this image. So I'm going to show to players, show to everyone. Can you guys see this?
Whoa.
This is what this scene looks like.
That is so surreal.
There are two female, what look to be storm giants here. One of them is wearing all this white garb as she's playing this instrument, and the other one is wearing this elegant yellow dress with some flowers that she is holding. She has a conch shell as a hat that she's wearing. It looks like a church hat. And she is the one that's singing these beautiful melodies. Her voice sounds incredible. And you can see in the room that there are several guests. Giants of many different kinds sit and stand around. These are massive tables that look like shells. And these giants are drinking out of their conches some kind of liquid. And it seems as if they are waiting and listening to this music patiently within this room. There's also a fountain in the middle of the room. Let me see. There is a fountain description. Where is that at? There's a coral fountain. It sprouts, looks like fresh water. And it seems like that might be what the giants have in their conches as they're drinking. And as you guys make your way up the steps, these two women immediately stop singing and stop playing.
I yell out.
And they just,
Can I yell out, we come in peace?
and as Diana yells out, we come in peace, in giant, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. And
Oh, no.
we will see how this all transpires in
Oh my god.
2 weeks. Because next week, we will do a rerun of episode 92 on our channel, as we are going to be doing our Session 0 test run of our Shadowrun campaign coming up next Friday night. So, well done, everybody. Well done.
Great. This is fine.
This is fine. Molfin, please
Yeah.
keep note that you still have probably about 40 minutes left on your strength. How you got? Is everybody feeling okay? We all doing okay?
It's like when you walk into the saloon and like the ragtime youth stops and
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
looks at
I'm
you.
like, shit. Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
turns.
I kicked your butt one time. Wow, crazy.
What if we like stealthed away?
Like, these are probably leaders of these giants. Like, these
No,
are...
we killed their leaders. Remember that time we killed their leaders?
Yeah, but these are the other leaders.
The other leaders.
Because we haven't dealt with all of them yet.
Yeah, they probably hate us too.
Well, considering we see frost giants in here, we murdered a bunch of them. I think that big red one in the middle is probably a fire giant. We murdered their lord. I see cloud giants in there. We killed their lord.
Yeah. This is fine. This is fine.
And I would just like to point out, didn't Molfin and Callista walk up first? So tonight,
Yep.
Diana's screaming from behind us. They turn around and see a drow and a gnome.
That's good. That's a fair point. I would be up
Stealth
here.
away.
to your well, for you guys just to know, like it doesn't look like people are like actively like reaching for their weapons like immediately or anything like that. So just so you know that, they just stop playing their music and are staring right at you as you guys. Well, it seems like none of the other giants in the room are really caring as much as the two that are up on the stage, as they're the first to see you. They would have been facing out that way, and the other giants would have probably been facing towards them. So it's kind of like when the record screeches, and everybody looks back there. Yeah. So excellent job, everybody.
Bar.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah,
this is totally fine.
This is fine. We'll see what happens.
I'm fine with this.
And during episode 93, we need to give out a natural 20 for our episode tonight. Anybody have any votes for a player? I guess we didn't have any combat, so it'd be RP elements tonight.
Callista and Clarion.
Yeah, Callista and Clarion. That was so sweet. That was such a good moment. I wrote it down.
It really was. Also, Molfin's dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I think my vote would probably have to go with Callista tonight too.
I was gonna say Ashland's whole interaction with the ongoing thing with Gavin or Galvin or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I also
the whole
crunchy.
Diana Ashland conversation was enjoyable.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
You weren't supposed to hear it, but that's fine.
I don't think if anybody's in chat and you want to chime in, I'm not sure if we've got anybody hanging out in chat with us right now, but if you want to go ahead and chime in and cast a vote for tonight on a player that you feel deserves a natural 20 for next week, well, in 2 weeks. They'll get to use it in 2 weeks.
So we're back on the 25th?
Yeah, Storm King's Thunder will be back on the 25th. Yeah, I believe that's
Gotcha.
correct. I believe that's it. We're skipping one Friday, and then we'll be back to live. We'll do a rerun of this episode on Friday, next Friday, when we're doing our session 0 of Shadowrun.
Super secret stuff.
Oh boy.
So,
Super secret.
take that night off to practice this new system, and get down with that. So, Blitz Graybeard jumping in the chat. Double voting.
I don't know what you're talking about. My name's Molfin.
I've
never heard of this Blitz person.
I think we're gonna go ahead. We got a couple votes for Callista, so we're gonna give it to Callista for next time.
Thanks, guys.
We might need that, depending on
Yeah.
If I'm gonna find that throne.
Depending on how this situation all plays out, we'll have to see. Awesome, guys. Anything else that you guys we need to throw out there before we go offline for the evening?
Wait, we have to find you a literal chair. Like, that's what we have to find you, a literal chair.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think she's really sure what she's exactly looking for just yet.
I'll know it when I see it.
She knows it's a throne.
Did Asmodeus show Molfin? Because for some reason I want to say I thought I saw an image of it somewhere.
I think he told you about it. He might have described it a little bit, but I'm not sure you've
Yeah, it
ever
might be what
seen
I'm
it.
thinking. Yeah, but no, I know somewhere I either heard about it or saw it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think Christy's probably right. You'll know it when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna start looking at all the chairs.
Every single chair. Is this it? Is this it?
Yeah.
I'll have to do the Matt
she's gonna
Mercer thing
drag
where I'm
Mol-
like, it's just a chair. It's a chair.
Oh God, it's just a chair,
It's
guys.
just a chair.
no, it's going to
But
happen. He's
why?
going to drag Molfin over and say, "Push this guy off the chair. I need to look at this one. Push this guy off the chair. I need to look at this one."
Investigation. Chair investigation. All next.
Investigation
next time.
checks. Nat 20s on all the chairs.
Yes.
Then she starts rolling combat nat ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Well done, everybody. This was a fun night. A lot of good RP going
Heck yeah.
on between characters, and we're just gonna have to see what happens here in a couple weeks. How you guys respond to this room that you've stumbled into.
Very poorly. That's gonna.
I would just like to point out this would be the moment Staff of Power and Fireball would be handy.
Yeah.
I was waiting for somebody to go, I'm gonna sneak up the stairs, but everybody's like, I'm just gonna go up the steps. It's like,
I'm just gonna walk in.
okay, here you go.
Fair enough.
Well, we're gonna end that on that note. folks. So thank you guys so much for tuning in here at Proficiency Bonus. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. Check out our schedule to make sure you are tuning into all your favorite shows that we have here on our channel. If you get a chance.
Next Thursday, I think we're getting Sarah, Matthew, Victoria, and Lip. We're all gonna be talking about Detroit Become Human and those choose your own adventure.
All those feels, you mean?
Nice.
All the
my
feels,
God.
all the feels. So we're gonna
So
be
many
kind of
feels.
decompressing my playthrough and also discussing other like Telltale type games like
Mhm.
Last of Us.
Postmortem.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, make sure you guys check out that schedule. We got a bunch of cool things coming out. Follow us on Twitter so you can get some reminders of those things that are going to be coming out here really soon. Also, if you are a subscriber to our Twitch channel, remember, link your Discord account to your Twitch account, and you will have access to all of our text chats in Discord. So you'll be get to be invited to our Proficiency Bonus Discord, where you can chat with all of our wonderful cast members of all of our shows and chime in on that account too. And that'll be really fun. So make sure you guys do that. Until next time, when you have a chance, when you can just ghost out and sneak up on conversations that you're probably not supposed to hear, don't forget to add your Proficiency Bonus. And it always helps to have either the Shroud or the Hand of Vecna.
Great advice. Solid.
Because it's going to take the Shroud or the Hand of Vecna to sneak up on these ladies.
Yeah.
Because they ain't having it. So you guys have a great night. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.